Alright, today we're gonna be serious gamers and doing modded, cause modded I always have fun with, and there's funny things going on in modded, but like, you know, maybe I won't be paying that much attention to the game. Maybe. It's just the modded experience. What's good with me? There's nothing much new in my life. I'm gonna be honest with you. I had a math midterm yesterday. And now I no longer have a math midterm to prepare for because I had it yesterday. And this guy is not downloading the mods. Do I have to kick this guy? Is this guy gonna... I don't know, he's downloading. Hello, a polite psychopath. Do you have a math midterm? You know, I was thinking about, like, midterms in general. Like, the feeling after you complete your midterm is, like, better than, like, most feelings are. Like, I love drinking high amounts of caffeine, right? But just the feeling after that math midterm was just unparalleled. I don't know, like there's plenty of times when I felt good. When a girl said she had a crush on me, when I drank a lot of coffee, when I woke up after having 12 hours of sleep, like there's plenty of things that make me feel good. But after completing a math midterm that I was stressing about for like a week, like the high I got off that was just kind of insane. I couldn't compare it to really anything else. Hello. Spy game Fort Swap? Well, I want to do a modded stream. I don't consider like Fort Swap like emojis. Oh god. My headphones broke, so I have AirPods in, and the game is extremely loud right now. I think that's actually maybe more due to computer audio than game audio. Yeah, that was the reason. Okay. Cloud, my lad? Oh god. I'm not your like child or anything, okay? This is weird. I don't get why so many people think it's bad. What is bad? Well, kissing guys? I think kissing guys is perfectly fine. Like, bro, like if you want to have the kiss a dude, like who am I to stop you? Like, if you like kissing dudes as a dude, that's perfectly fine. You know, I can appreciate that other guys are attractive. Like that's just a thing that is there. Cloud rage quit and broke his head. No, the cable is just not very long. So, and my computer is like over there. And so it barely reaches to my head. So whenever I would tug on my head, it would kind of stretch the cable. And I think very slowly the connection got broken by the, by me tugging on the cable over and over again. So I think that's what happens. And it's such a shame because these headphones lasted me like 6 years. So they're a very, very good set of headphones. But me just constantly tugging on the cable, I think the wiring got a little bit messed up. And the headphones still kind of work, right? They still work in a way that like I can use them in in games where I don't really need audio. Like Factorio, it's like whatever. But games like streaming, I mean, like if I was just playing normal Forza, I don't exactly need audio to play. Like generally you can just look at that, and like I can generally get an idea of what somebody's doing by just looking at them. Of course, audio helps for, like, door sniping, but other than that, I don't know. But your aura fixed my car? It did? Fuck, I need to get... Can you pay me? Look at man. Cars are pretty expensive these days. Can I get, like, a commission of, like, $2,000 for that? Pretty sure that's how much a real mechanic would cost. Pause? Why? We need more push-ups? I'm not giving you push-ups, man. Come on. By cloud tugging. Cloud tugging doesn't even mean anything. Like normally when you guys say something like that, there's usually some sort of connotation behind it, but cloud tugging, like, come on. There's no suggestive thoughts behind that. I know that somebody was like, Cloud is like doing push-ups, he's all sweaty, but tugging is like, I don't know. Maybe pushing would be a little bit weirder, but tugging? Come on. Wait, I've had A4 Tech headphones for 4 years. The wire was cut at several places, but the speakers are still perfect. The speakers? So you're saying that you've cut the wire and it still transmits information. I'm pretty sure, if that's true, I'm pretty sure that's just magic. You're like, yeah, the wire isn't exactly connected over there, but like somehow it still comes through. I'm pretty sure it has Bluetooth built in as a backup. Like that would be pretty cool, but you know, it would be kind of shocking. Do push-ups, man? Come on. What? I'm not... Okay, you guys want the push-up? But like, I don't want to do a modded stream and then do push-ups if I lose, because I'm going to be doing so many push-ups. Like, we're doing Birdie's weapons right now. which adds a bunch of interesting things here. Not too familiar with it all. I could go 30mm artillery. I'm pretty sure that's upgradable. I think I'll go with 30mm artillery. Really gonna hang up Fort's API? What is API? I don't know. What's the mod? It's Birdie's Guns. It's made by the same creator as VFX Explosions, which is the same guy that constantly recommends hentai games to me on my Steam homepage. So pretty based, if you ask me. Now the audio is all cooked. What's happening? So, you know, Samster Birdies is a kind of an interesting guy, but for all his faults and the hentai games he recommends to me, his mods are good. I generally like them. Bluetooth garden hose. Are Bluetooth garden hoses real? I wouldn't be surprised if there was a Bluetooth garden hose. Like, it's just... It's like it's a new product. You put Bluetooth in the garden hose so you can control it while you're away. It's huge, and I'm just like... What, do you also have a robot to, like, carry around the garden hose? Or is it, at that point, just get a Bluetooth sprinkler system? Because if you, like, oh, you can turn on the hose from far away, but, like, you know, if you can't just spray it over the water, then, you know, at that point, just get a sprinkler system, because that, you know, I feel like that would just be a better Bluetooth option. But that's just me. And running this, hello, oddballs. You know, oddballs, whenever you say something, I generally consider it, like, 4 times as valuable as when somebody else says something. I'm gonna be honest with you. Whenever you give me, like, a, you know, affirmation, I'm like, oh my god. Somebody with actual meaning came in here and said that what I said was correct. This is real. So, we just have to, like, establish a hierarchy. Whenever somebody has, like, a check mark next to their name, that's kind of busting. I'm not gonna lie. That's kind of what I'm looking for. It's me more the nozzle's disconnected, but the water is still coming out. So is it just like... Is that just a hose? Is that just still a hose? Like, a hose without a nozzle is still like a hose. It's just a bad hose. Or am I going... Am I wrong about that? It's just a bad hose. I can't be going insane here. So when I say kissing men is the manliest thing you can do... Well... No, it's not like you're always correct. It's that the fact that I consider you're, like, for instance, if you say kissing men is cool, which you are now saying, I'm like, you know, I should take this under advisement, and it takes at least 5 other people to say kissing men is cool before I take it under advisement. So, you know, there's just like, you know, you just carry like 5 times as much weight. The nozzle is spraying water without a hose. So the water just teleports into the nozzle without like a connection there, just pulling it out of the atmosphere, doing some condensation or something. I mean, that would be pretty cool tech. I would buy like a you know, teleporting water hose. It just teleports in water from the water dimension. And then occasionally a fish comes out and it's just like, fuck, wasn't prepared for the sudden atmosphere. Let's see how these guys work. Alright. That guy's going howitzers. And that guy's actually looking like he's playing game. I haven't played a lot of Forts recently, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I've been playing like Factorio 8 hours a day. Like, and it's kinda cooked my ability to play the game. Also, my fingers are cold. I really dislike winter. Like, I would be honest, I complain about summer a lot in California. But, like, winter's, like, even worse. Because, like, at least, like, in summer, you could just stay home, and it's, like, all... Elbozo. Skill issue. In winter, like, you can't escape the cold, because there's no heating in LA, in California. Right? In California, there's no such thing as a heater, because, you know, generally, it's pretty, temperate. But... When winter comes around, I'm just sitting in my room, my fingers start freezing, and then I can't play video games. And I'm like, this shit sucks. Who invented this? And I don't know. I feel like everybody in like California was like, oh yeah, winter's actually pretty cool because then it's actually cold. I'm just like, really? You're saying that? I don't really believe this. Are those rapid fire upgraded mortars? Yeah, I don't know. There's some sort of artillery. Because, you know, I'm just the greatest fan of tier 3s. They were just like, in winter you take the heat with you with warm clothes. Yeah, I can't, no, it's my fingers that are, I can't play the game with gloves on. These things are fucking cold. You see how red they are? You see how red the tips of my fingers are? They're freezing right now. What are you supposed to do? Just put my fingers in gloves and then be like, oh yeah, just calling it a day. I'm gonna have my. I can't play like that. Like, it's not the and also all you Germans are like, there is no such thing as bad weather. There is only such thing as bad clothes. And I'm just like, no, you are stupid. There is such thing as bad weather, because when I go outside in Germany and I have my winter jacket on and I'm fully bussed out, like, you know, I go out there and then my nose starts just running, and I'm just like, this sucks. And then I also have to wear like 18 layers, and it just sucks. It all just sucks. Like, I don't, you know, carrying around a bunch of clothes also is just annoying. Fingerless glove, the one that have the tips. Yeah, but the finger. Well, I mean, I guess I could get fingerless gloves, but I feel like that would just be weird. And I'm not high on copium. Well, I'm not allowed to complain about my problems, huh? My problems aren't real. You see, this is like everybody who's like, oh, just stop complaining, okay? Like, this is some weak ass stuff. I'm just like, that's how you get improvement in society. If nobody ever complains, nothing ever gets done. You know, that's a step one to solving a problem, is recognizing that you have a problem. Like, for instance, if my sink is broken, right? I know you guys can't see the sink right now, but if the sink is broken and I don't complain about it, it ain't never getting fixed. It's not getting fixed. It requires me to go like, hey, my sink is broken, can you do something about this? And then the problem gets fixed, right? So, like, you know, I think complaining about stuff is a valid action, so then people can be like, you know, nah, it's not too much of a problem. No, the Germany take? What is the Germany? Okay, but the Germans when I was over there were all just like, oh, you're just weak, and I'm just like, fuck you. Nuh-uh. That isn't true. It was mainly the guys. The girls were pretty sympathetic to me, which was very, very nice of them. They were like, yeah, it is pretty cold. And I was like, thank you for agreeing with me. See, some people around here have some sense, or are not just trying to immediately one-up me with going like, oh, you were just a weak American. Oh, you silly Americans. That's more of the guy take. The girls were more like, yeah, it does kind of suck having to wear all that clothes and carry around this stuff. It's pretty inconvenient. And I was like, thank you. Thank you so much. So I guess some people have sense around here. Oh, you're just weak. Greetings from Germany. Yeah, you see what I mean? I can guarantee you that's a guy. Well, like I'm like maybe they were trying to, but no, I mean like it was also like at parties where also guys would just not show up wearing. Maybe they're just used to the weather, but I feel like it's kind of the opposite here than like, because in Germany the guys generally wore less when it was cold, and in America it's the opposite. Girls generally wear less even when it's cold. It's kind of weird. It's just an interesting observation. Because except for maybe like nightclubs, but those like, generally when you're in a nightclub it's pretty hot in there. So like at least the nightclubs I was in Germany. Anyways, that was gaming. Don't come to the Benelux if you hate rain. I've only been in the Benelux like once, and it wasn't very rainy. No, it was very cloudy. There was a lot of clouds there, but it wasn't very rainy. But that's what I was there during the summer, and I'm imagining the summer weather is different than the... God damn it. I need to get my hair not to just start stabbing my eyes. It's like, that's why I even have these headphones on, so that my hair doesn't just go like, oh, and now I'm blind. I can't see shit. Like, that is generally the problem that occurs here. There we go. That should be better. But there was only one time I was in Holland, but the food in Holland was pretty good. There's a lot of sugar there, and I was like, oh my god, it's just like America. I'm pretty sure American food cuisine is just like from the Benelux, where it's all just chocolate and sugar, and I was like, oh, it's just like back home, except it also tastes better for some reason. Probably because they didn't have any like weird chemicals in it. The chemicals often scare me. Anyways, yeah, we can do... Why not just do battleships? We're playing modded. Why do I even try it? Nah, just do no tier 3. There we go. I'm starting to evolve the webbed toes. I'm sorry to hear that. Jesus Christ, my hair. Like, I don't want to have to like put any hair product in right now. That'll be annoying. I'm not going out. It's rained every day since December in Scotland. Jesus Christ. I guess the farther, I mean, is Scotland like at that point where it's like it's very wet, but it's not cold enough to be snow? Is that like the Scottish experience? Like I know a lot of people don't have snow these days, and they just have like rain. And that was the same thing in Germany actually. Like it would never, it like snowed barely, but mostly it was just cold rain, and it sucked. It sucked so much. Like I take snow over cold rain any day. Because, like, cold rain that starts, like, seeping into your clothes, and it's just like, oh, it's so annoying. Big dislike. My stolen Steam account meme back was worth a lot of money, and worth I can't play ports. Do you not have a family sharing with that stolen Steam account? Like, if your Steam account gets stolen, can you still not access family sharing? Whereas if this account got stolen, I could just hop in my alt. I mean, of course, I would be sad because, you know, I would lose all... I'm pretty sure the devs would... I would just email them and be like, yo, my account's gone. Can you transfer all the badges? They probably would, considering that, like, I probably drive some sales for them, but yeah, that would suck. But I'm just saying that the family sharing is probably still there, right? If rain seeps in your clothes, you're wearing the wrong clothes. Yeah, but I don't have waterproof pants. Like it doesn't rain that much. I that's a lie. I have one pair of waterproof pants, and those are my skiing pants. But you know, I'm not about to like go outside with my skiing pants and then my winter jacket on, which is also waterproof, because then I'll just be incubating. I'll be too hot at that point, right? And I don't have like multiple pairs of water resistant pieces of clothing because that's a lot of work. I'm not about to like that's too much work. Oh, should I have an observer? I'm not paying attention to the game. I'm getting a little bit heated, not gonna lie. I live in Flanders, so I have resistance to rain. You're just bored. 20%. Enjoy my stream? Thank you. But so what does that mean? Does it mean like water just bounces off you? Deflects off? Kurt of Mongo Burger. I'm gonna get some food. Don't lose too quickly. Oh, brother, I'm gonna speedrun losing. What is family sharing? No one ever had access to that account beside me. Family sharing is when here. Fuck. Actually, I probably shouldn't open this up. I don't actually know. I'm not gonna open that up. I don't know if there's personal information in there. I'm gonna open that up in my second monitor. Hold on. Settings. I'm sure my teammate got the early game here, and I don't have to actually worry too much, but let's see what family sharing is when you can basically let somebody else access your library. Family. Yes. So, shit. Where did it go? No, there it is. So, you see this? This is me, and these are both of my alts. Right? And it basically means that both of these accounts can access my Steam library. So if this account gets stolen, it means I can just switch to this account and I still have all the games on this account. And like, it works that if you can't borrow a game if the other person's also playing the game, but I guess that means like if the account gets stolen and somebody starts playing games on that account, I won't be able to play the game at the same time if they're playing games. But if they just steal the account and then don't do anything, I guess, I don't know. It's a little bit weird. I always stream while I'm at work. Well, I'm stuffing to stream early because all the Europeans are gonna complain then. When do, like, and also I can't even stream that late today. My dad's gonna is coming to my university, and then we're gonna go ice skating. So he's gonna bring me a pair of gloves though. I don't think he's gonna bring. I think he's gonna bring a pair of his gloves, so I won't be able to keep them. I would love to keep the gloves, but I don't think that's happening. Okay. I'm not able to read Polish. I'm sorry to hear about. So sorry about that. I'd like to talk to another Polish person in the chat, but there's not exactly a lot of Polish people here, is there? Alright. They got skill shoot. See if we do the same thing here. What is Kurt of Mongo Burger? That sounds like a German name, but Mongo Burger then also sounds like American. Anytime somebody says like you're a burger, I'm just like, yep, that I know. I know that I'm professional obese maxing. I'm skinny for an American. Sehr episch. Yeah, you see, at least when you speak German, I can understand what you're saying. Okay, my teammates are as good as the enemies. Nice. We are winning. There is at least 2 Poles right now. Oh god. No, the relatability. I couldn't relate to being Polish. Actually, one of the girls was Polish when I was in Germany. Though she wasn't like fully Polish, she was like half Polish, half German. But she was trying to learn Polish while I was there, and it was interesting. Because then she would sit down with all of her funny words and then start trying to learn it, and I would just be like, I don't understand this. Tech? That's actually probably like a fair point. This is good communication maxer over here. There's Google Kurt, bro? You're saying that Kurt is a phenomenon that I should know about? Okay, I'll Google Kurt. It's gonna be a Nazi, I'm calling it. Nah, that's a Jert. That's also Jert. Kurt is a masculine given name of Turk, German, and Turkish origin. Kurt Cobain. I looked up Kurt. I'm not seeing very much. I'm gonna be honest. Like it's just it. I really need that outdated text chat. Oh, you're talking about. Oh wait, what? Why isn't it here? The chat is not on. That is an observation. I have no idea why the chat isn't on screen. It should be. It looks like something one could put there, and I don't know how to fix that. Oh, what is your take on liking evil Germany's officer drip? Well, I mean, like, look it. They did kind of look cool. Like, you have to, like, you can be evil and be fashionable. Like, there can be crossover there. I'll admit, like, a lot of evil people have some crazy drip. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just because they're evil doesn't mean that they're, like, drip is bad. Like, the Nazis, they kind of, their uniforms and shit, it looked pretty good. Like, and it's such a shame because they ruined so many cool things, right? Like the arm signal, like that's a pretty cool salute. Like that was a salute from the Roman times, right? And then they had to ruin it. And then there's also a whole fashion origin, armbands, ruined. You know, the really cool clothing style, ruined. Like, God, like, if I wish like of course I wish like they weren't so evil that then you could also wear the drip without being weird, right? Like you can't wear like Nazi type clothing because you know you'll get weird looks. But like it looked so good. Well, somebody asked about Nazi drip, and you have to go like look at me. They kind of had it. Like they kind of were like out there with dripped out. You can't leave that. What do you mean by evil German officers? Well, I mean, they did. Like, come on, they looked great. Whoever was working in the German drip section of the massive German bureaucracy at the time, they were kind of doing their job amazing. Like I'm pretty sure like the idea was that you could like impress the enemies. They wouldn't. They like, you know, I'm pretty sure like British soldiers were like, fuck, I can't shoot this guy. That would ruin the jacket. I imagine how much that jacket cost to make, man. That shit looks so good. It would be a crime if I ruined it. Like, there must have been some psychological effect just measured in there, and then all the enemy soldiers were like, fuck, I can't shoot this guy. His clothes look way too good, and I can't ruin it. Like, imagine how like I would just ruin this man's life. Like, ending his life wouldn't be compared to ruining his jacket. There must have been some measurable effect on casualty rates at the time. I mean, Hugo Boss? Oh, was it Hugo Boss that did it? Only naturally. Weird take, but you're right? Yeah, no, of course I'm right. Brother, like allied clothes, like, military is cool and all, but, like, it's also, like, in, like, Star Wars, right? Like, the evil admirals, the kind of also had it. Like, they kind of look cool. And also, like, Darth Vader. Shit, I can't. Evil Imperial Fleet Admirals. Shit. And also Stormtroopers. Like, they look pretty cool. And I'll be honest, in Star Wars, evil people look way better than the good people. Like, and I think this is just like a, just in general. Like, they're just not afraid to show their colors. They're just honest and upfront with how they want to look, and it just looks cool. Like, and I don't know, I guess also because the evil people are also generally, like, designated as, like, the rich type, right? Like, what? Ah, yes. Okay, we're building a cannon wall in front of the cannon wall. This is the backup cannon wall, you know? The layered cannon walls we got here. I swear, like, it's just in general, most people, like, and also, let's go, Harry Potter, like, the Malfoys, kinda dripped out. Like, it's just a small pattern. And you kinda just have to respect them for it. W teammates? Yeah. They're doing teammate things. Can you accelerate the upgraded 30mm projectiles? Can you upgrade these? No. Wait, can you? Saw rocket. Interesting. I'm gonna see what that is like. I don't know what 30mm projectiles are gonna be. I'm gonna be honest with you. Is that like a? Is that something special or what's going on there? First cloud community strike. There was a community strike? You guys have struck on me? Look, I need to fire you guys. You guys aren't allowed to unionize. What does that do? Interesting. I don't know. Can I downgrade this? I want a cannon back. That looks shootable down. Not too interested. Hey, no one is yet speaking out some other painter so we good. Yeah, I mean, like... Yeah. Now you started it. Now you started it. You see, you fucked it up. Thank you. Oh my, what the whatever that laser beam does, it is absolutely criminal. That's like that's the equivalent of the splash beam and Alex extra upgrades. Oh my god. Like a nuclear bomb. An exploding buzzsaw? Nowie. There was an explosion. Oh, what is it? What is that? I wonder if you can build multiple of those. If you can, we maybe just kind of cooked here. That had a lot of doors on it, and they're all just gone. That is very, very concerning. Nuke slash Buzz 1. What? Bob Ross? Man, I have no relation to Bob Ross. Like, everybody in my childhood was like, oh, I watched Bob Ross on the TV, and I was just like, I don't know. Like, it was this guy. I have never... Like, I wasn't a TV kid. My parents didn't have cable at all. All the other kids were talking about SpongeBob, and I wasn't able to relate. All other kid had comic books, and I had full-length books, and it was my childhood was kind of lame. And I don't know if it was lame, but it was definitely different than other kids. At the time, I definitely thought it was lame. But they were all talking about like the X-Men and stuff, and my parents were like, eh. Nah, I don't think my parents knew what the X-Men were. I think that was like the main problem. Was like, you know, how could I be interested in comics and like the X-Men if I didn't have a TV? Right? I mean, maybe it's all comes back to not having TV. I think you're only ever interested in the X-Men if you watch like. Why would I want to buy a comic book about the X-Men if I have never seen the X-Men on TV? So I think there was like some sort of correlation. I forgot to build stability deck. Well. There are no mistakes, just happy little accidents. That was great timing, by the way. I imagine you typed that before the base collapse, but like I'm pretty sure that was a big fuck up right there. Can I be honest with you? That wasn't. My childhood was poggers, bro. It was so lame. I was reading books the whole time, and I was just like, oh, you know about the Throne of Glass series? The other people would be like, what's that? What's that? Like. I was reading, like, books that you read in high school and elementary school, and I wasn't able to relate to anybody. Like, nobody. Everybody just thought I was weird, and I was, because I was different than them. I was reading books during recess. When we get a replay on that one, I'll remember. No stab tech? Yeah. They remember Stab Tech? Yeah. They have gamers on their team. Maybe they're actually paying attention to the game, though. And then this right here is just Subway. Oh, hold on. This right here, Subway Surfers. Nothing really useful coming out of this game. And everything came crumbling down. It Curses does have a lot of cool catchphrases, though. And it's really hard not to use them when I'm playing the game, right? Like, sometimes my base is just setting on fire, and I want to say everything is on fire. But then everybody, I'm going to be like, no, that's just kind of Curses' thing. I don't wanna be stealing his shtick. That's his personality, not mine. Anyways. Oh, remember the instant replay? Being a good YouTuber. Not just I'm ready for the slowdown here. Yeah, no. I missed it. Alright, it's 11:03. 1, 2. There we go. There we go. That's a good insert. You know, actually adding that instant replay is probably one of them, because like sometimes I have to re-record the instant replay like multiple times, and I think I have to add some context to it. That's a classic cloud blinking strut. The strut is off of blinking, but as long as you remember to like put a 4 long there or 3 long, it generally is okay, but not today. Oh, it was hard to spot. I mean, I just didn't look there. I'm gonna be honest. I should have been thinking about that, but I wasn't thinking about that. I was a little bit off in my own world. But being off in, I feel like just, you know, being off in your own world's kind of great. You know, like talking, like I can't be like the only person who talks to myself. Like, I feel like that's a pretty normal thing to do, and I hate how it's like frowned upon. And like if you go outside and start talking to yourself, everybody's like, "Oh, you're just kind of weird." I'm just like, it's completely normal, man. Like, you're the only one embarrassed to go outside and start talking to yourself. Like, it should, like, everybody does it. They only do it in private, though. I think it needs to be, like, how do I say it? It shouldn't be societally shameful to talk to yourself while you're in the presence of other people. Because, like, if you do that, you're just kind of assumed to be an insane person. But, like, everybody goes in private and then says, yeah, I fucked up, you know, shit. Like, while I was in the shower. It's just when you're outside, it's that's when it gets weird. And I think it's a little bit wrong. Like, isn't this good for your psychology? Or so, I'm pretty sure I saw something like that. I'm not exact. Hold on. I need to get a map. I'm looking for mountain range. There it is. Yeah, isn't talking to yourself good? Yeah. It is. So, like, normalized, and especially with coding stuff. Yeah, exactly. So I'm just saying that if I'm like walking around campus and I start talking to myself without AirPods in, because if you have AirPods in, everybody just assumes you're calling somebody. Like, I don't think people should assume that I'm an insane person. You know, I think they should be like, that's a healthy man right there. That guy cares about his cognitive ability. He talks to himself to do cognitive thinking and stuff. You know, I think that should be quite normal. Sometimes you can ignore it, but sometimes it just annihilates you. Yeah, sometimes but like if you're building directly on top of a blinking strut, generally you shouldn't ignore it. That's when it gets a little bit risky. I'm gonna be honest with you, because you're putting stress directly on the strut. That's also the back strut. My mother speaks to herself since like confronted about it. She said, "I like to talk with somebody intelligent." Based mom. God, I'm gonna remember that one. That is actually a good comeback there. You know, except if I'm like talking with somebody that I want to be on good terms with. Me, it's weird when somebody talks to themselves using voice. When I talk to myself, I just use my inner voice in my head. Yeah, I guess, but also, like, I feel like there's more realism when you talk to yourself. It's like how you'll remember stuff way better if you take physical notes instead of just like sitting there during the lecture. Like, I feel like when you say something out loud, then it becomes a lot more. There's a lot more impact around it, right? Like, if I think something's cool, like, I can think, yeah, but then if I say, oh, yeah, that's cool, you know, of course you guys weren't able to hear my thoughts there, but, you know, unless you're, like, a telepath, which I don't expect any of you to guys have that power, that's only me, Like, if you say, yeah, that's cool, then you know, that's more cementing your thought and finalizing. Because you can think a lot of things, right? But you, like, there's difference between thinking something and actually believing something. I feel like when you say something out loud, then you're like, you're more likely to actually believe it. Oh yeah, it's all coming together. Yeah, I need everybody here to start going outside and talking to themselves, okay? And make it really confusing whether people are insane or not. But it's good for your health. And if you guys are healthy, that would make me happy. More healthy people is generally good, I think. Then everybody is more happy that there's less conflict. I think I'm of that position. If you feel good, you're less likely to start throwing hands. Like, if I'm happy, like, I'm not about to start throwing hands with somebody. Even if they're mad, I'm just gonna be like, I'm gonna skedaddle. I'm gonna be like, I'm running. I'm not fighting with you. I feel way too good right now. I'm not gonna ruin my good move by getting my face punched. Now if I'm tilted, then maybe I'll start throwing hands. But like, you know, that's not all that common. Gotta mess this up. Can I talk to myself in this chat? Yes, I can. And you can't stop me. Well, you could talk to yourself in the chat, but then I'll respond to you, and then I'll be ruining your self-talk. But I guess it's similar if you type something. I guess typing can be a form of talking to yourself. You know, if I type something down, yeah, that's generally like good, I think, as well. Also works. Do I want a cannon stack here? Cannons just feel like kind of good. You just get cannon stack and a lot of AA. And plus, I guess my entire stream is just talking to myself technically, especially when I'm recording YouTube videos. Like, at least like here I'm technically maybe talking to the chat. It can be argued whether that's real. But like when I'm recording, it's both. I guess I could be talking. I guess it could be considered talking to like a message to a future person. But like still, like often I'm just like maybe talking to myself. Maybe a lesser form. Maybe there's degrees. You get a little bit of a chart going. You know, the talking to yourself spectrum. And you can see how far up you are on it. Where's this stream chat on screen? I don't know, man. It broke. I'm gonna have to fix that. I probably could fix it, right? I'm just getting very, very distracted by a lot of things going on. Like, technically, I am playing a video game right now as well. Schizophrenics have to be the best sort of YouTubers for how much they talk to themselves. I mean, but are they talking to themselves with the? I mean, maybe. I mean, would you consider that most YouTubers to be schizophrenics? Then? Do you guys consider me to be a schizophrenic? Like, if I was slightly on the spectrum, I wouldn't be surprised. But I think I'm more different due to my upbringing than being, like, any genetically different. I feel like the only reason I'm, like, other is because my parents raised me in a way that was very, very different to everybody else. And then I got ostracized as a kid, and then I became silly. I think that was the pipeline there. But I don't think, like, I was born with any, like, condition, right? Because if I was born with, like, any condition, then I think my life would have been a lot different. You know, my mom would have sent me to some doctor, and they would have been like, yeah, this kid's cooked. Like, he was just born fucked. There's nothing you can do about it. He was born, and yeah, what can you do? Okay. Don't float metal. I'm trying not to. Like, I'm trying to reach that. I can't get through the. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. In the slightest. I should get one of those laser beams, actually. At the end of the day, I'm playing Forts, and it's not a tournament, nor it's ranked. So what really matters? My happiness. I feel like if you're a competitive gamer, then, like, you're destined to be, like, super unhappy. Like, because every time I try to, like, start, like, doing ranked grinds and stuff, like, I get really angry when I lose. And and I lose because of my problems. Like, I just do something stupid. Because I have an expectation of myself. I feel like most competitive gamers aren't very happy. And then they also tend to ruin the games that they play, because then all the casual gamers leave. So, I don't know. I'm not exactly... I say that as, like, the biggest sweat on Forge to ever exist. I mean, not exactly the biggest, but, like, pretty high up there. But I feel like competitive gamers are just destined to be unhappy. All they care about is getting one more rank higher. That's all they need. A little bit endless grind. Never liked any sort of competition. Yeah, I mean, like... Yeah. I like competition where you're... How do I say this? Competition that's not sweaty. Like a friendly competition, yeah. Where somebody didn't, like, train before. You just kind of show up and you're just like, hey, you want to see who can do more backflips? And then it's just like, it's more like that. Or like, oh, I bet I can get a better grade in this math class than you can, huh? Fight me. I feel like there's cool kinds of competition like those, but the sweaty ones are when it gets scary. Blinking strut. There is 4 long here. Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry. This is not gonna. I actually include. There's 3 longs and 4 longs here. This shouldn't collapse, but I can include even more if you guys want. Like that. Connection up there. That should be good. Which one is the... Yeah, it's this one. This is the bullshit weapon of the mod. It's like Alkbuff and Balloon CD6. Want to see you can do more backflips? Yeah, I wouldn't be able to do any backflips. I would be like, I could do exactly 0. You win. But it would still be a fun competition because then I could watch how many other backflips the other guy could do, and I'd be like, you know, that's actually pretty impressive. I would be like, you are pretty cool. I gotta admit, you kind of got the back flipping gene in you. You were born for this, and I can recognize that he's better at back flipping than me, and I can move on. I feel like competitive. It's a problem when if somebody else is better at something, then you have less fun. I think that's when competition becomes a problem, right? Because if you're just like doing like track and field and stuff, and you're like running. Like, you're not, like, if you run faster than I am, I'm not running any slower. But if you're better at, like, Apex Legends or something than I am, then I have less fun, because then I get shot earlier, you know? If it's, like, unless it's, like, soccer or something, right? Where it's like, you know, team versus team, or, like, a 1v1. I feel like competition's pretty cool. When it's just, like, it's like PvE, but who can do PvE the best? It's like speedrunning. Like, I feel like all the speedrunning communities are pretty, like, tame, because they're not fighting each other. They're just, like, you know, like, if one guy performs very well, it wasn't because, like, you know, something silly happened to the other guy. No, because they just work hard. And you could just do better by just, you know, trying as many times as you want. And at the end of the day, you're not, like, losing any real time. Unless it's, like, I can understand, like, if it would get really annoying if you're doing, like, a really long speed run, but that's, like, everybody has to play by the rules. No teammate. He got skill issue. Now he's gonna leave. Now he's gonna leave. Not the Rizzler. Shit. They got my kinetic beam. Sad. Well, I guess he won't take my girl anymore. Oh my god. What is happening right now? Oh, please don't collapse. I can't see what's going on here. Mushroom clouds block me. That's a shame. Cannon stack is so satisfying when you can chain fire. It is. I agree with that sentiment. Though I have a feeling my cannon stack is about to soon explode. And the fact that there's like 8 people firing at me. But that's okay. That happens. Nothing I can do about that. The guy is fully big door. That's kind of interesting. Not exactly too agreeable with that. Would not have done that, but he's doing him. It's like you're an 1800s officer. Do you mean by the fact that they all had copious amounts of drugs in them? Hey, like, you have to respect, though, like, in the 1800s and stuff, people were running whole societies while being on, like, insane amounts of drugs, right? Like, they were just built different. Like, people today, like, have, like, one drug, and then they're, like, fucked for life. Like, back in the day, it was, like, the people in charge were having so much, like, copious amounts of, like, you know, substances, and then they built the strongest empire known to man, right? Like, there has to be, like, some sort of, like, failure or success curve. Like, in some cases, drugs just make you stronger. In other cases, you know, maybe it's just a 50-50 chance. You know, you're either like Alexander the Great, or you're just end up sleeping on the street. It's one or the other. And it's like it's just gambling. It's like, do you have the drug buff gene? No. Like, I guess you're just a homeless person on the street now. You got better drugs than them. Oh, you're saying because our drugs are more powerful these days? I don't know. I feel like the opioids in China were pretty strong. Like, from what I understand, that crippled like the entire nation. That seems like pretty opioids, if you ask me. I'm not gonna be able to fire this fast enough, am I? Fuck, I'm out of energy. Shit. Oh, I need batteries and more energy production. That's a wild quote. Will I try? Anything but being bored. Man, boring people are the people that, like, annoy me. Like, the people that are just that try to be like anime protagonists and just be the quiet aura farming ones. I'm just like, brother, please, I'm so bored right now. Like, if you just do quiet like one-liners the entire time, I'm just like, come on. Have a conversation with me, please. I'm begging you. I haven't talked with somebody in 3 weeks, and you're over here being like, yeah, yesterday I had to work really hard. I had 3 computer science tests and I crushed them all. Straight A's in all of them. It was just really easy for somebody so smart, and I was a little bit sad after because I didn't get #1 spot in the class. I only got #2, and I'm just like, brother, who cares? Talk to me about how you got, like, took an L somewhere. This is the one requirement, man. I recently working in Holland near Rotterdam and order picking food company for big markets. They were okay if somebody was under the influence of methamphetamine or cocaine. It was easier to deal with them. They were more honest with you. I guess that somebody's like, honest people are generally easier to deal with, I guess. But, like, they're also the people that, you know, will be honest with you, which is like, I feel like in business transactions that's just kind of good, but, like, and for friendships, I don't know. You can just be like, yeah, what's happening here? A little bit sus. Aw, oh, come on, man. Getting me with some artillery now? Completely unbelievable. I haven't talked to somebody in 3 weeks. Well, like, look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't had, like, a deep conversation. Actually, that's probably... I've talked to people over the phone, like online, and to some of my German friends. But, like, other than that, gonna be honest, haven't been, too, proactive in finding somebody to talk to in real life. It's not exactly been the top priority. Because, like, I already have cool people to talk to I've met previously in my life. I'm not about to, like, go outside. And plus, when you talk to somebody, like, physically in person, it's so much harder to get out of conversation. Like, whenever I'm, like, talking to somebody online or on the internet, like, if I'm playing video games, I can just press the end call button. And if I'm talking with somebody over the phone, I can be like, oh, I can just make shit up. I can be like, oh, I have a math midterm tomorrow, I have to go study by. Right? Like, it's that easy. But if you're talking with somebody in real life, then they'll be like, but you don't have a math class. I know that. Well, you're like, uh-oh. Shit, I think they figured it. I think they figured it out. They know too much about my life. Oh, come on. Well, 5A would be so good right now. Yeah, but that one does require more brain power, which I don't have. I left the zone, gotta go easy. Yeah, exactly. Like, when people, like, and, like, there's a certain amount of time when I enjoy having a conversation, but after that, I want to stop having a conversation. Like, respectfully, like, I'll enjoy a conversation for, like, 20 minutes or something, usually. But like after like an hour-ish is when I usually stop enjoying it and talking to somebody. Because after like an hour talking to somebody, I can be like, I could be playing video games right now, right? Like there's something else I could be doing entirely, and I'm stuck talking to you. Like even if they're a person I like I get bored. So I want to go play some video games, so then I need an excuse to get out. But if I'm talking to somebody physically in person, it's a little bit harder to weasel my way out. Like just be honest. Be like, yeah, I don't really fucking like talking to you. I'm gonna go play video games in my room. I don't think that respectfully, I don't think that would go over well. I'm pretty sure most people would be like, you're serious right now? You're gonna go play Factorio in your room rather than talk to me more? Yeah, you're making this up. So I don't think, being honest, I'm pretty sure that I would, you know, I also like, you know, I also enjoy sitting with other people at dinner, so I don't want to piss all of them off. There's a balance here. You gotta hit the balance. When your social battle runs out, you're like, yeah, I'm kind of tired right now. I mean, I guess that's a thing people can understand. Why is Space Age DLC on the base game? Oh, I'm doing, I'm actually recording it. I'm doing Crastorio Spaced Out right now. I know this is like, I don't know, this is just extremely modded. I'll show you the, shit. Here. Alright. Which mod should we play now? We can do Alex extra upgrades and then just pull up battleships. I'll show you the, it's going pretty well. I not have the normal Alex extra upgrades mod? There's no fucking way. There's no way I only have the bullshit super weapons mod. What the heck? There's no just Alex extra upgrades. This is a little bit weird. I guess everybody just plays all the super weapon stuff these days. No, I do have Alex extra upgrades. This is a little bit weird. Oh, maybe it's not AU. Maybe it's just Alex extra upgrades. Oh, yep, that's it. There it is. And pull up battleships, huge. Stop having fun. And where is it? Huge. And then we can choose moonshine, and we can go. Infinite upgrades, please. We can do infinite upgrades next later. Sync cam overrated. I'd rather be playing Factorio right now. Yeah. Like, look at this is the base so far. It's been going pretty well. That said, like I haven't got to Gleepy yet. But train base, I'm pretty proud of the base so far. But anyways, back to forts. Yeah. Infinite upgrades. We're doing infinite upgrades like in another lobby. We're doing Alex's upgrades right now. Just say you need to use the bathroom and never come back. Irish exit. Yeah, but what? I feel like the next time I if you're never gonna meet that person again, I guess it's not a problem. But like, it's my university. People go to the same dining hall. We played Noita. I have not played Noita. Isn't that a roguelike? I haven't played very many roguelikes recently. Oh shit! I forgot co-op. Oopsies. Oopsies. Hello, handsome. Oh, now you're making me feel a little bit uncomfortable. I had you muted, and then I look over and I see Factorio. Oh. Yeah, big base. You always roll like where every pixel is trying to kill you. Wait. Even like the ground? That's a little bit hard to believe. I feel like the ground is usually generally pretty neutral. Not about to try and kill me. Noida is base. I thought it was just similar to other roguelikes where you become very you can get like insane combos going, and then it just covers the entire screen of particles. It's like every other roguelike, except for Slay the Spire. Oh, the USS Iowa FTD crashed the stream? I'm not about to do FTD right now. Yeah, I think FTD is probably like one of the worst games for streams. Like FTD is a fun game, but like if you like, especially if you're designing something, I don't know. I feel like FTD is just a lot of just confusion when you're designing something, right? You're like, what? Why the fuck is this broken right now? This doesn't make any sense. My teammate already killed that. How do we have 0 metal? Unbased, uncool. The ground is on fire most of the time. So what do you is it a requirement in the game to have some sort of like infinite flying tech? You just get like a hover boots, and then if you don't, you're just fucked. Is that how the game works? Anyways, actually, you don't actually start with that much metal on this map, I guess. You just have 0 money. This sucks. Actually, so poor. Sync cam over. Okay, this is actually interesting. This guy said sync cam overrated and got 0 hate. I guess the sync strength is not all that. No, why do we only have 1? This is like I 100% believe this is just gonna fall to the ground, right? Am I adding some extra ropes on here? There's no way this works, right? Yeah. Ah, another great teammate. The classic drop the cord to ground. That's two games in a row. Last game the enemies also did it. Let's see if the enemies pull off. Oh, why do they get a good? This sucks. This sucks. This is unfair, man. Oh, oopsies. Misclick. What's your favorite kind of food? That's actually very good. I like Hungarian food. I'm gonna be honest with you. Every time I've eaten Hungarian food, I've been impressed. They always just have, like, meat, stew, potatoes, and bread. And, like, I'm not gonna, and that was in Europe. Like, I imagine if I ate, like, Chinese food and shit in China, I'd be like, my god, this shit is so good. Because, like, every time I talk to a Chinese person here, they're like, yeah, the Chinese food here is just so ass, man. Like, it's not like back home. But, of course, they say it, like, a Chinese way. So I imagine, like, if I went to China and I ate Chinese food, I'd be like, oh my god, the Chinese food here is just unbelievable. But yeah, so far it's been pretty much Hungarian food. Do you play Shapes? No, I haven't. I don't really play, like, every time I want to play, like, another factory game, I'm just like, but, like, I can just play Factorio. Like, why? What's the point of this game? This just, like, looks like Factorio, but worse. You know? So, I just never understood the point. Maybe there's more than 7 items, right? It catches you 7. I'm pretty sure what he means is 7 base items that you combine into more. Now, I'm pretty sure there's more than 7 items. I think he means there's 7 ingredients that turn into everything else. Yeah, goulash does rock. Probably one of my favorite foods. It's practically impossible to find in the US, though, which is kind of stupid. I think we should import more Hungarian people into the US, and they can start making food. And more Turkish people. Turkish food also is cool. 72 hours satisfactory stream when? God, man, it's never happening. You know what is happening right now, though? Getting something to blow my nose with. Because right now, my nose is... odd. Do I sound different when I have a stuffed nose? I think right. I think a stuffed nose is for the word. And you just exist, and then your body's like, nah, fuck you. You're trying to speak, you're trying to breathe, nah, kill yourself. It sucks so much. Does Factory is good though? It's different though from Factoria to not feel like a downgrade. Yeah, but no, for, like, look at man. Like, I watch a lot of Dosh Engine. I imagine as a Satisfactory/Factoria person you do as well. And like his annoyances with Satisfactory was the fact that you couldn't just copy and paste an entire factory just over and over again. And like I wouldn't want to like Like it's like if Factorio the whole time you didn't have construction robots, and that sounds terrible, man. Like, the greatest part about Factorio is the fact that once you have construction robots, then you can just scale up super duper fast and just have entire factories generated out of thin air automatically. Like that's such the satisfying part about it. And then it just removes it, and I'm just like, why? Why? I don't wanna play Factorio without construction. No. You don't need construction robots? What? So I'm supposed to build everything manually? I don't wanna. It doesn't sound very fun. There are blueprints though? Yeah, but from what I heard, the blueprints are really annoying to use. Like, blueprints in Factorio, like, I just take a structure that already exists, and I'm just like, I have a structure over here, move it over here, right? It's super easy, but in fact, in Satisfactory, then you have to build the whole structure in, like a little blueprint thing, and it's just the convenience, man. There's so much friction there. You know, they need to think about the frictionless way of building a base, and there's so much friction, it just makes it less fun. Oh, and shapes, you don't need it? Yep, shapes seems interesting. But from what I understand, there's no biters in shapes. And like, you know, I need like an enemy, somebody to explode. And the biters will kind of put pressure on you in Factorio because, like, you know, often you're just lazing around, and you're like, oh, well, there's also enemies that just scale up. But I feel like biters just kind of fully fall off after you get like any amount of energy production and laser turrets. Because after that point, you just, like, build... If there's too many biters, you just build one more laser turret. And then, generally solves the problem. And then if you have nuclear power, you probably have infinite energy, so then it's just like, okay, whatever, ammunition is literally not a thing. Stab tech on my foot boat? I have a foot boat? That's news to me. What is it? What is this foot boat? This guy? Oh, we're talking about this guy. I'm ignoring this. That's my teammate's problem. I'm going up here. Please don't let this collapse. I said I was ignoring this, but like, my teammates were about to lose the entire base. That can't happen. Shit. I wanted to build a lot of instant background bracing. Biters need, like, kaiju units for late game. There's probably mods for that. But, like, also, like, it would be... Oh, my God. It'd be really annoying if you were just, like, you know, trying to enjoy building your factory, and then suddenly, like, you lose, like, an entire, you know, setup's worth of buildings and stuff, and you're like, oh, this is gonna take forever to replace. Like, I can understand the biter fall-off. Like, once you reach the late game, it's like, yeah, that is kind of just technology growing faster than biology ever could. Gamers, I don't want to be on repair duty the whole time. Whatever. Repair duty it is. Well, so those flags were not working yet. We should just take the, Ah, yes. Intelligent. Why don't we just build one sniper up here? Or Tyranids, Bio-Titans. Bio-Titans? Bio-Titans or Bio-Titans? Bio-Titans. But at that point, then, pretty sure they would get sued for copyright infringement. But I guess if somebody makes a mod, then it wouldn't be a problem. And you need some special defenses. But it's also like, it's like Galiba. Like, whenever I go to Galiba, I'm just really fucking annoyed. Like, come on, man. I already don't like this planet, and now I also have to defend it. Like, come on. Like, all I came here is for the agriculture tech cards, the fact that I need to go here to beat the game. But I guess it would be interesting to be able to build a more complicated wall other than just energy beam. But at that point, it would just be requester chest, right? Like with the railguns. Just request a railgun. One shots the Bile Titan or something. Or takes like 8 shots like in Helldivers. I take a nuclear power plant to Gleba along with too many Tesla turrets. Yeah, that's probably like the best way of dealing with it. I would like, Gleba just pissed me off, man. I think it's just so annoying. Like, the other planets, like, you can get, you know, production up decently fast, and it feels good. Like, you know, Vulcan you just have a shitload of resources. And, you know, you don't actually have to worry about making all the late game stuff on full gore because you just get it. You just get straight up blue circuits. And then there's just Gleba, which just sucks. Like, building a base on Gleba just feels so bad. It just feels so unbelievably terrible. And I'm just like, why is this part of the game? Why are we not even upgrading these nukes? Are we just keeping them as normal nukes? What is happening right now? What are you guys doing? How will they sue for making bug enemies? I mean, I guess that's true. If they just call it the Xyle Titan instead of the Bile Titan, and then change it to Xyle instead of Bile, it would just be kind of like, you know, it's actually just a bug. Okay, we just also like large bug creatures. Shut up. This is not copyright infringement. I guess they could just do that, but I feel like it's also like kind of a disrespectful move. Like, I don't think like an official gaming company, unless it's like a small one like Palworld people, is gonna start like, you know, start risking their skin for something similar to another game, right? That's really because like the Factorio devs don't need to do it, so it's like, why risk it? Is it would OP as always? Yeah, we're actually kind of running out of money though. Like, have you seen our medal? We are running out of cash, which is obscene, considering the circumstances. It's not looking great. I can't believe they copied bugs from Earth. God to sue. Yeah, whoever invented bugs. The original cell that had mutations should be like, brother, you guys are all just copying my shtick. I invented everything. And then they lobby Congress and be like, Congress, you need to make this shit illegal. Like, I am paying you literally $300. Come on, man. Like, that's your whole job, is to get bribed. Like you guys do, it's like you have to make it 3 billion years after death is when copyright is given up. Okay, protect my commercial interests right now. Well, that's what you guys. That's what we keep you around for. You don't want to lose your next election, now, do you? And they'd be like, "Yes, sir," and we cooked. Why not use Magna Beam? Oh, why not drop a Magna Beam? They're not exactly using nukes. They're mainly using cannons. Hard to predict what a cannon's gonna fire, not a Magna Beam. They should be using Magna Beam, so that is definitely something that should be happening. Oh, wait. Why didn't we do this earlier? What? Wait, this was just an option the whole time? Okay, whatever. My teammates aren't telling. There goes all their weapon. That just works out. Okay, cool. I like this. This is kind of busted. Those are just called your teammates. Can't wait for construction robots in 14. Yeah, so you can just copy paste a base. They're like, okay, just drag this, and then it just automatically builds into its best of its ability a new piece of wood. You can just copy cannon stacks and just stack one on top of each other. That'd be actually kind of cool. And then you repairing would be the construction box would automatically repair, rebuild the fort. And you can just have massive fights of massive skill. They can also automatically fire. You know, they auto aim. AI controlled weapons. The fort just plays itself. Eventually, you just watch them. Be like, yeah, playing this game fucking sucks. Why don't I just have the AI play it for me? Shit's so easy. Oop, that looks like, a skill issue. I think that's the ideal way to play forts. Why not even play the game anymore? We're just here to watch the explosions anyways. You forgot your Twitch chat again? No, it's not possible. I'm definitely not gonna... Oh, fuck, I still haven't figured out the chat on screen. There's so many things I have to do. Overlays. What is happening? Edits. The stream overlay should be here. Yeah, it should be there. I don't know why it's not showing up on stream. Hold on, I have to edit the browser properties. Okay, now it should appear, right? Why aren't you appearing, man? I literally have you there. So stupid. Preview. Okay. I'm not sure why this is not working. Yeah, because if it's not working, then it should work, and it's just not working. All right, looks like it just doesn't want to work right now. Sorry, guys. No challenge for you today. Are you this pale, or is it the camera? I am quite pale. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not see the sun very much. There is not very... I think the camera's contributing to it, but the sun is not something I actually see very often, sadly. No, man, sadly, though, this is actually a great thing. All you sun talkers, it's just all a conspiracy theory. I swear. The sun just steals all your data when you go outside, so it's just big government trying to make you go outside so that they can see your information. And make sure you're being a good little boy. That's the only real reason people need to go out in the sun. I'm just respecting my rights. Because I rated you again because there was just one person on Twitch. You did? I mean, look, I can actually look at Twitch now. I just accept I'm never going to get the chat overlay going to work. So I'm just going to go on Twitch and then I can read chat. There we go. Oh, there's 5 people there. That's unreasonable. This is like more viewers on Twitch than I get like in 2 years on Twitch. That's pretty cool. Top 10 things Big Sun does not want you to know. Yeah. Just think about it. They say we've been evolving on this Earth for like 3 billion years, and yet the sun will give us cancer. Yeah, come on, guys. Surely, if the evolution shtick held up, we would have been immune to cancer by now. But no, stay outside of the sun too long, and then your skin gets sunburned. Really? We haven't evolved the way sunburns away yet. There's something up here. I'm telling you. The existence of sunburn does not make sense in the context of evolution. At all. And it will never make sense. And I will stand by that. There is somebody going on there. Thanks for the idea with the drones. Are you going to make building drones? I don't think... I would be very, very impressed if you made it so you could copy and paste bases in Forge. I want to be honest with you. That seems like an ability that would not be easy to implement at all. Because trying to copy paste, especially because then you have to get all the nodes to connect weirdly. I imagine there'd be a lot of weird calculations going on that would be practically impossible to do. Because if it was easy to do, somebody would have already done it. You can already? I can already what? Why is there the Google Gemini symbol next to your name? Does that mean you're an AI? On Twitch? That's so weird. There is a mod for this. Mod for what? For rating? Or for copy and pasting bases in ports? I have not seen the copy and paste based ports. There is? Okay. Give me the link to the mod right now. Actually, no, don't give me the link because I won't click on any links in chat. Give me the name of the mod. Oh, and suddenly you just forget the name? Oh, of course. No, of course. The mod exists, it's just not in your... you just can't remember the name right now. You're gonna remember the name tomorrow. I'm also 6'5". I just have no way of proving it, you know? I'm actually just an extremely tall giant. But, yeah, I'm forgetting that, there's no easy way to prove it, so I can't... And you're just gonna take my word for it, that it's real. Hello, Genius Dev. Oh my god, it's the guy from the start of my channel. I remember that face. The guy with the mask. You were here since, like, less than 100 subscribers. It was actually kind of crazy. This make material that will auto-build itself after destruction? Yeah. Yeah, but that would, I guess the AI already technically does that. Like, the in-game AI, but it'd be kind of weird. So I actually get to see you live? Okay, cool. Copy/paste forts. I'm talking to, I'm assuming the people on Twitch don't know that I also am on YouTube live, which is probably causing a little bit of confusion. But that's whatever. Those people don't have to bother. You still remember me? That's so cool. Well, you were like, you commented on like every one of my videos when I started out. And I read all the comments back then, so yeah, I did. Been fun watching me grow. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Appreciate that you're having fun. I'm also trying to have fun. Ziggurat 4v4 with Alex extra upgrades. Oh god. Oh, now I have to build my own base. I can't just blame my teammates for losing when I collapse myself. Fuck. This is terrible. Unlock base though. Commander. We can go overdrive. I was making material that will auto build itself after destruction. Yeah, but like then like what happens if like your base gets deformed, right? Then how does that work out? Now you actually have it? What does that mean? You're gonna play the game? Do you like pretzels? In fact, honestly, I like the small pretzels. The large German pretzels that I've eaten in Germany were always just there was so much salt on them. Like I don't know why there was so much salt on the pretzels in Germany. Like whenever you would go outside and you get a pretzel, right? Like it would just have such an ungodly amount of salt on it that I wasn't able to enjoy it. No infinite upgrades. I said next lobby. This is the Alex extra upgrades lobby. So we're gonna go 3 games. Mod name FA Constructional Blueprints. Okay, we're checking out this mod. Now there it is. A place that must be connected to an existing node. Yeah, you see, it connects to a node. That's what I was saying. Is it ground node, does it mean? No, I have to check this out. Toggle auto snap feature. Okay, this is actually interesting. I'll try that out next lobby. On like battleships, maybe. Oh wait, next lobby. Sorry for bothering. Yeah, I'm sorry. I probably should have specified. Like lobby as in 3 games and not next game. That's definitely that's an English moment. That's an English moment. It's like when you say yes, I'm good, and it could mean yes, I do want it, or yes, I don't want it. Like you gotta get some specifications in there. It's not all that clear sometimes. But you can blueprint Wusa and be near unkillable if your eco supports it. Oh, so what, defense actually keeps up with offense now? That's crazy. Be happy that you can drink milk. It took so long for evolution to grant us that ability. But I don't think you were ever intended to drink milk, like your mom's milk or just cow milk. Like I feel like you were never like it's a little bit weird that you could just drink another animal's milk. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, it makes sense genetically that you could drink milk from your own species, but, like, from another animal, it's just like, what? Why can I drink the milk from a cow? A little bit sus, no? I'm grateful for it. I enjoy cheese and stuff, but, like, and those are kind of weird. You know what I mean? No one means the little screws that connect stuff? Okay, not a ground node. Interesting. I'll try it out. Yes. Great teammate. Oh, we're down 1. Thank you, Jonas Gold 11. I know it works with land cruisers. Oh god. Massive eco already. What if we added even more money to it? Well, milk is milk. But there's different types of milk. You know, there's like goat milk and there's cow milk, and it's weird for me not to be able to drink milk. Are you like lactose intolerant? Are you one of those people? My mom thought for a long time I was lactose intolerant. Then I couldn't have any milk products. Or no, I like the milk products I drank though were like oat milk and shit, and it was terrible. Like, I'm gonna be honest, almond milk, oat milk, all these like fake milks, goat milk as well, kind of ass. Like, I don't know. They're just not up there. They're not there. They're not relatable. And I just feel like, you know, they need to up their game. Somebody needs to start working on that. And it's just not working very well. I got the chipotle mayo here. I'm wondering, is it really spicy? As normally it's 50% seed. Brother, I'm not the guy to ask about seed oil. I'll be honest with you, that's not generally something that I get too knowledgeable about. Try Carabao milk. I don't know what Carabao is. The traditional draft ale in the Philippines are patty rice field. Richer and creamier. Why would I want richer and creamier milk? I don't think so. It's like, actually, this is actually one of the annoying things. I once went to a supermarket in Prague, in Czechia, and like, they have milk, and then they have something that's like similar, like milk cream, and like, unless you know the language, there's no way to tell the difference between like a milk cream and, you know, the fake milk, really. Or like the normal milk and the milk cream thing, like the texturizer or something. And so twice I bought the wrong milk, and it was fucking terrible. It was all like sour and shit. I'm like, why did they have so much of it? Because like I was taking pains to not mess it up, and I still fucked it up. Because I fucked it up once before in like Germany, and then I learned German, so I wasn't fucking it up anymore. And I went to Czechia, and I'm like, okay, these Europeans have this weird milk, right? They all have this weird creamy milk that they just put in the same container that looks the exact same, and I'm like, I'm not gonna fuck it up this time, and then I fucked it up again, and I was like, why do you guys make it look so similar? There's no reason to do that. Like, cause I was like, okay, this is a problem that can't happen. I'm gonna try and make sure that the milk looks like actual milk, and I'm like, this looks like actual milk. There's nothing telling me on this that it's not just normal milk that you would use in cereal, because I got cereal, and so I bought the milk, and it was the fake milk, and I was just like, why the fuck is there fake milk? And like why? And also, don't put it next to the normal milk. I think it's making it like, but like it was so badly, and like this is also like Prague. Like you're like, oh well, if you're like the where only Czechs live, like who cares? But this is like, they're tourists come here. This is like tourist #1 place in like Eastern Europe or whatever. And then they, I don't know. I was a little bit annoyed. I was a little bit annoyed, and then I had to eat my cereal with ass milk. And I think I just ate my cereal without milk, actually. I think that's what I did. But it fucked me up. By kefir. It was kefir. It was exactly kefir. It was that shit. I hated it. It was kefir. Yeah, this guy knows exactly what I'm talking about. Whoever's in charge of the Czechian, whatever there is screwing with people. They know exactly what they're doing. Like the person in charge of the Czechian supermarket. That was not it, man. That was not it. Like, I can't imagine how many customers they had turned away because they didn't make their milk right. They need to fix that. Oh, one of them bees died. That's good. Kefir's good? Yeah, but I want it not... Have you ever had kefir and cereal before? It's not good. Like, sure, maybe it's good as a cooking ingredient, but in cereal, it's not... It's not it. Does this just also reflect lasers for cheaper? I think that's what that does. They're always different colors? No, what, how, yeah, but like, yeah, for you, they're always different colors, but for me, I don't even know what the color of normal milk is, right? Like you've lived, let's say, I'm assuming you're like a person who lives in Czechia, right? You've lived there for the entire life. You know that the green milk is different from the blue milk, but we don't have kefir in the US, right? Like, for me, it all just looks like milk. The green milk in the US is milk. The blue milk in the US is usually like low-fat milk, which is just milk. Another one is like 0% fat milk, which is also just milk. Like for me, like if I get milk in the US, it's just like, oh well, you know, I got the low-fat milk. Oops. I guess I'm drinking low-fat milk, but it's like roughly like there's no large difference between the low-fat milk and the high-fat milk. It's all just milk. Like if I fuck it up, it's not like that big of a deal. But if you get kefir versus normal milk, then it's like it doesn't work. It like, do you understand? Like they're like milk in the U.S. when I fuck is like okay, I fucked it up. Like well, like, whatever. Like, at the end of the day, doesn't exactly matter all that much. But like when you buy kefir instead, that's when it's that's when it gets problematic. There's only one kefir. It says a Greek beverage. I had a culture when I was younger. I kept it alive for a while. Salt yogurt. What kind are you having? Yeah, no, it was yeah, but it came like a milk looking can. I'm not sure if it was like, yeah, but it was just weird because like it came in the exact same thing as in a milk thing, and it was just weird. Like we don't have kefir in the U.S. I've never seen a kefir being sold here. And kefir's in a 3mm tiny house. Yes, so I've seen like. I've never seen like okay. There's too much. I don't know. I was not familiar enough with European food products because I never really had to buy milk in Europe before. Okay. That was not something I do, and the Czechian one fucked me up because it looked like exactly like milk does in the U.S. And you know I'm surprised that they've never had that problem before. Considering the fact that they probably had a large population of Americans or I guess not British people. British people ought to do the same thing. But like, I'm just shocked that they didn't run into this problem before, and that they didn't receive like a bad complaints on like a Google reviews or something, and they were like, okay, we need to fix that. We can't have like Google reviews go down. Like, a little bit sus. It's not common, I don't think. Yeah, no, I imagine if you go to like some specialized store, like go to the European store, it's that easy. But I've never been to like the European store before that often. So like it's just not good. They need to put English names on it, I swear. Like if you're gonna be a supermarket in Prague, just slap some English labels as well. Like come on, you just accommodate all the tourists, okay? And then when you come to America, we don't have to do anything because you should speak English. But like, you know, you're a large city. You come on, accommodate me specifically. It was kind of disappointing. I don't know what kind of service they're bringing, but like, you know, they charged me like €2 for it, and now I feel kind of scammed. Because it was pretty cheap, but still, like, it was just still weird. I don't think they drink it like milk. Yeah, you're not supposed to drink it like milk. That was the problem. The problem is that I wanted milk and I got kefir instead. Because I just wanted to eat some cereal. I had bought some chocolate cereal because I was like, you can't fuck up chocolate cereal. And I'm like, you know, I didn't really want to cook eggs in the morning while I was there. And yeah, so that's why I got the kefir. Czechia. Yep. Prague is a really nice city though. And I've always enjoyed being there. Although the fact is that if you go down like all the touristy areas, it's really expensive. I mean, the thing is, like, me and my friends were looking for non-expensive food, so we went into like the non-touristy shop, which is probably why it was geared towards Czechs and not towards tourists. So I mean, like, we kind of wanted that. We didn't have that much money, so we wanted to be okay. Let's go to the supermarket where all the Czechs go, a little bit outside the city center, so we can get better deals. And we got a better deal at the cost of buying the wrong milk, which is not actually all that bad. You know, stuff was pretty cheap. Now you have a smartphone which has already pictures, so you can do your own research. Yeah, but like I wasn't only at the supermarket for milk. I always had to buy like eggs and bacon and other things, right? Like we were also cooking there. Like there was multiple things to be bought. I couldn't just buy, you know, the milk. If I had just bought the milk and I was completely locked in on it, maybe I would have pulled out my phone and used Google Translate, but I was in a hurry. And also I was stressed out because I was in a Ford supermarket. Like I didn't know if some lady was going to come up to me and start yelling at me. Be like, what are you doing there? You're not supposed to be standing over there. Or like, and in Czech, even worse. Like, if you've had a Slav yell at you, it's not great in their local language. Like, it doesn't work. It doesn't work. I don't want some, like, that's like the worst situation to be in a foreign country. Somebody starts yelling you in your local language, and you're just like, I'm too fucking stupid. I'm American. I don't speak your local language. I'm sorry. And yeah. So, you guys want there? What do you guys want? I probably should do a poll. There was a very stressful supermarket experience. You firstly went to the supermarket, only I still expect them to cater to tourists. And then I mean, like, look, I can recognize that's a little bit silly. I'm not expecting them to cater to tourists, but like, you know, I don't think they should have all of the milk products right next to each other that look the same. A little bit silly. That Americanism sink cam joke. Hold on, let me get the poll up here. Bottom left. Left center. Right, or left. Left top. Right top. Oh, I can only have 4 options. We're going with the with these 4 options. Where do you guys want the camera? And use your votes widely. This isn't any ranked choice voting. We're doing this American style. It's first past the post. So whatever gets chosen first or has the highest amount of votes gets the job. In Czech, milk is Milko, and most countries are usually start with M. How do you buy something that starts with K? Yeah, but what does Czech use the normal? Look, I don't. How am I supposed to? I don't know that other language. Like, I don't. How am I supposed to know that in another language it starts with a K or an M? I'm just gonna, like, I don't know Czechian. I don't know that it's common for most languages to start milk with an M. Or we don't get taught that in school. But what do you expect the American schooling system to be like? Oh yes. In fact, if you go to another country and you need to buy milk, it usually starts with an M. And I'd be like, oh my god, that's really? I didn't know about that. We were just never taught that. I don't know exactly where you expect us to get this information from. Out to a place where we still can see the commander. Yeah. I usually find bottom, but some people have a problem with bottom left. You can think of nose as screws at materials. Yeah. I realized what I thought that meant ground nodes. I messed up. I realized that now. Allowed eat chips ASMR. I do have chips. Maybe I'll eat them when I am getting a little bit snacky right now. I'm a little bit hungry. Probably start eating chips here in a second. Yeah, but the Czechians fucked me up. And because it's not like you would ask another Czechian, because like Czechians, unlike every other type of Europeans, don't speak English, right? Like if you were in like Germany or something, you'd be like, "Hey, excuse me," and then you know it's a 50-50 chance they look at you weird. But if they don't look at you weird, then you're like, "Oh yeah, can you just what's happening here?" And then they usually figures it out. But like in Czechia, they were like post-Soviet states, so none of them actually cared to learn all that much English. So they all like learned Russian instead or something. And that was kind of cooked. What does this cost? I need more money, yeah. How do you go to at least understand that Europe is not one country? Yeah. I'm just saying that wouldn't have it happened in Germany. You guys should become one country. You guys could actually start doing stuff instead of all just arguing with yourselves the entire time. And then America comes in and is like, here's a bad trade deal. And you're like, yes, please. Like, shit ain't working out. What's the base of Bubby doing? He's doing portal nukes. That's why he's swinging stuff down. When he swings stuff down, it'll arc lower. That's what he's going for here. What's a lower arc? All checks under 30 know at least some English. That's a lie. This is a solidified rage bait. Oh man, do I have the story for you? The day was October 26th or around there. Alright? My birthday, October 11th. I walk into a supermarket, and I'm ready to buy some alcohol. I just turned 18, right? Cashier sitting there. She's like 16 years old, or not 6. Maybe she's like 20. I don't know. She was around there. And so I go into the vending machine or whatever. I get a beer. I get a couple beers because the people I was with wanted to buy beers. And I was the only one over 18. I put it down on the counter, and I'm like, and then she's like, she motioned that she wanted my ID, and I was like, yeah, I got you. I pull out my ID, my American ID. I show it to her, and she's like, you know, she doesn't speak any English, so we're using Google Translate. And she's like, this is not good enough. I'm like, what do you mean? And she's like, you're not 18 yet. You'll turn 18 in 2 months. And I'm just like, no, you're wrong. In the U.S., you know, we put month first and then the day. And she's like, and then she was just confused, because she didn't speak any English, and I couldn't argue with her. And so I was sitting there the entire time, looking like a fool. I'm just like, I can buy this beer. I'm 18 years old. And she's like, I don't believe you. And she had no knowledge that in the U.S. and then she spoke no English, so I was trying to argue with her using Google Translate, and it wasn't working out. And I was sitting there, I was looking like an idiot. I was looking like a fool, because she was just like, no, you're not 18. And then I was like, but I am 18. And she's like, fine, I'll look the other way. You know, I know you're not 18, but I'll let you buy the beer anyways. And I was like, well, fuck you, I'm buying the beer. And then I left. And then so I got my beer at the end of the day, but she never believed I was 18. She didn't speak any English. And she was like 20. And so, like, this is, like, literally the Czechs, even the young Czechs can't. And she lived in Prague as well, which is even the insaner part. She lived in, like, she was decently close, like, she was 1 kilometer from the tour center. Sorry, I'm using European. She was, like, 0.6 miles from the city center, and she didn't speak English, which was just insane. Because she was, like, serving, like, a little, like, convenience store. And I feel like there would be a lot of tourists coming in, so, like, it would be important that it could speak. Whatever. It literally doesn't matter. But like that was like no, young Czechs some of them do not speak English. That is not a fact. Why doesn't this guy collapse, man? So the you young Czechs need to like brush up on, like, it's not only the old Czechs. And to be 21 to buy beer? No, in Europe it's 18. In Europe you have to be 18 to buy a beer. In Czechia specifically, if you're in Germany, you can just be 16. Pretty sure you can buy light beers. And the same thing happened to me in the US, trying to buy a beer. They wouldn't let me because my Ford ID goes day, month, year, but they didn't believe me. They didn't believe you. Like, okay, when an American does it, it's like, okay, that's expected. All Americans are they don't know anything outside of their own country. That's like that could be understandable. But like when a European does it, it's like, come on, man, you're European. You're not even like the most like, L. Oh, does there something collapse? No, nothing collapsed. Okay. So, you know, it's just a little bit suspicious. It's just a little bit suspicious. There we go. GG. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if it happened in America. It was just shocking that it happened in Europe. Because, you know, they're generally more aware of what's happening around the world than US people are. I have Filipino. We got Sorry Store. We sell beer to any age because we know all the neighbors. Well, I guess if you're in a small town, that's fine. Oh wait, you're just the fact that you're this guy looking up to flex that Czech people could speak. I know more Czech people could speak a second language, like that's just a guarantee. But like, you know, I was just surprised it happened. Like this guy says that young Czech, and they just don't. He was just false. English and Slavic are hit or miss. Most of my friends don't speak very well English. Yeah, but like this, this guy was saying that young Czech people do when they just don't. I was in the international city as well. They were just not speaking English. Made me a little bit sad. And you know, she didn't speak German either, right? If she spoke German, there was no problem. She just didn't speak any other language. Maybe she spoke Russian. Well, like none of us, but I mean, you know, I could have figured it out in German, but she like doesn't. Like the only country that writes their dates backwards. Yeah, I mean, do they do it in Canada? I actually don't know. Unique mix of often combining British, American, and international standards. I guess you're just fucked if you're Canadian. Stuck in between the Big Mama and Big Papa, the US and Britain. Do you try Quark in Europe? I have no idea what Quark is. Anyways. We had to choose a map here. This is the difficult part of the game. A difficult time. Rusty Mountain's pretty ass. We can play it. Randomize? We can randomize, that's true. Europeans in general can usually speak more than one language. Yeah, I mean, like, of course they can. Like, you guys, at least all the Germans, are taught, like, English in first grade, and then, you know, by the time, and then the middle school, they have to take a third language. Like, usually, like, you know, French or Greek or Latin, even, or some other language. So, yeah. I mean, it's usually guaranteed, too, because all, like, you know, half, like, and plus, you could, like, live in Berlin without needing to speak German. Like, I was just talking to somebody that can, like, has worse German than I do, and she lives in Berlin. And she works there. She just works in Berlin. And I'm just like, oh, okay. You know what? You don't need to speak, I guess you could have just, like, B1, B2 German, and you're perfectly fine. Whatever. Who needs to speak the local language to work there, huh? Alright, we are here to buy alcoholic beverages secretly, like drugs, because it's illegal. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. Like... But, I mean, look it. Alcohol does ruin a lot of people. Like, alcohol is not exactly the greatest thing for you. In fact, it's pretty bad for you. So, it can't... I understand the point of view that it could be considered a drug. I can speak and write English, but I understand basic German and a little bit of Russian. And what's your original language? Like Czech? Or Polish? Is this me? Just a white guy with brown hair? Yeah, that's me. I'm looking pretty average. But, you know, I feel like it depends on what your hopes and dreams are. Well, it's a drug. I mean, I guess it could be classified as a drug. Polish? Yeah, checks out. But I'm gonna say that, like, I don't know if it's a Slavic education, the reason why, like, Eastern people struggle more with English, or if it's just, like, because it's farther away. I imagine it's both. Slavic education is probably worse than Western. But that said, French people really suck at English. Like, relatively to, like, German people, the French just suck. Like, respectfully, every time I talk to a French guy, their English is usually just not it. All the Germans be, like, you know, near fluent and, like, able to hold, like, a whole ass conversation, and then there's just, like, the French guy over here just being like, it's not there, and I'm just like, brother, come on. Nobody's gonna learn French these days, you gotta compromise. Like, the 100 Years of War was like half a millennium ago. You gotta forget about it, okay? You gotta start, like, saying that, okay, maybe the UK would at the end of the day. You know, there was just they just kind of did. They won the they lost 100 years, did they? Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, they got independence at least. That alcohol is fine to drink, and buy basically weed is a drug that's way less harmless, so federally illegal. Is it? I don't. Maybe. I guess I don't see that anymore because I'm in California. That it's legal now, but yeah, that's kind of rough. It is kind of rough. My English accent is better than yours. My English, like you're saying your English as a British or your American accent. Like I'm pretty sure I got a solid American accent as a good American myself. A patriot. Anyways, I'm gonna go with the other guys are doing. Not very much. It's because weed actually makes you happy. They can't have that. Yeah, they. Then you. Is there, like, I mean, I guess since I guess more alcohol is just older, right? So it's less like people have had it for longer. I guess because it's like people just I'm not a big fan of people on weed, but I think you should have the choice to do weed. I just think it should be like cigarettes and stuff, where it's like, you know, there's just a bunch of coughing, dying people on the cover. So you're like, oh, maybe this isn't actually the greatest thing for me. Maybe if I eat this, I'll die. I need to do that. American accent? Man, what? I'm sure if you consider American accent the Southern accent, then yeah, you probably do. Like, if you consider the South, like, the American accent, but I think I have a pretty just normal American accent. French don't like Asian when they speak, it sounds funny. It does sound funny. when Emmanuel Macron goes like, guys, we can't have free speech, I'm just like, you can barely speak. Oh, and then the Hungarians just sound like Gru from Despicable Me. Ah, God. And then all the Germans just sound like all the Nazis in the film. So like, you know, at the end of the day, who's really winning? Like, the Frenchmen sound silly, but at least they don't sound exactly like all the canonically evil people in every film ever. There's sense in German with keine Macht den Drogen, which means no power to drugs. I really like that one. Hey, man. It's crazy that you guys say that, and then every time I go anywhere in Germany, they're just like, okay, guys, we do the drinking game. When you win, you drink. When you lose, you drink twice as much. And it's just like, oh, Hans. Oh, really smart move there, Hans. So either way, I get drunk, and it's pretty... keine machst du den Drogen. Okay, Bruder. In Germany, alcohol isn't a drug. Yeah, when I do it, what the drugs I do aren't actually drugs, okay? They're just, they're different, they're different. They're not they're in a different class. Starting a channel to teach the American accent. But I'm pretty sure there's Hollywood movies for that, okay? Like, nobody needs me to teach them an American accent. There's plenty of people willing to do that for them. It's liquid bread. well, it's made from the same stuff. Yeah, but the Germans are very silly. I built a laser tag. What am I doing? Yeah, I may be a little bit lost in this sauce right now. They're mood enhancers. Yeah, if you're always on the mood enhancers, then suddenly it doesn't enhance very much anymore. Yeah, a little bit sus. But yeah, it's me. I learned English from movies. I feel like that's what a lot of people do. Like that's why like everybody else hasn't, like, I feel like if you like insult Americans for not knowing like another language and you do know, like, you know, English, like, I feel like it's kind of unfair because like all you Europeans and stuff have been learning English through like osmosis, through like films and shit for like your entire life. While us here in America, like, you know, there's no English translation of BB and Tina. That literally does not exist. I looked. Oh shit! Wait, cancel that. So like, there's no other. It's super hard to find content like, you know, entertainment and stuff in foreign languages because it literally doesn't exist. They don't make it because, like, you know, everybody just watches American content because everybody already knows English. So then nobody produces stuff in like German because everybody already knows American content. You know. So it's like, it's much easier for you Europeans to be like, oh, I learned English when I was 4 years old through the internet and my great love of movies. And I was like, of course you did. There's no German movies out there. You guys don't have a movie industry, so no surprise nobody knows German. It's dying language. Which American accent does he want to teach? That's a good question. There's a lot of American accents, like the South accent, the New York accent. They make a lot of content. Yeah, but who wants to consume indie? Like, also, I mean, I guess first of all, Indians don't have very good English, and second of all, all you Germans consume, like, you know, American content because you guys find it relatable. Because Germany is decently similar to the U.S. Like, India and the U.S. is just kind of like, really? They're not. I'm sure. I don't think any Indians watching a movie is just like, oh my god, I had to go in my car and fly to the airport. This is the Indian dream. And then I get my hamburger and shoot some gangsters. I'm pretty sure Indians would watch that and be like, this is not, I can't relate to this movie at all. This is shit. You know, I want something that's more relatable. And then they watch whatever the Bollywood's producing. They're like, oh my god, this is great. As it was the movies that made the global English language, and the fact that the US and Britain were kind of based and big powers, right? The US doesn't prioritize language other than English in schools to the same degree European does. Yeah, I mean, but like, also that said, there is no language as useful as English. So if you already know English, it's just like, you know, if you don't know English, you kind of can't communicate internationally. So like, you know, I don't need to know a foreign language to communicate internationally because I already have English. Well, you Europeans are just like, if you don't, like, you guys don't start off with the international language. Like, for instance, if German was like the main spoken language of the world, I'm sure we would learn more German because then there would be more use for it. Like, I'm sure then, you know, parents would go up to the school board and be like, "You're not teaching my child English or German? This is a problem. They're not going to have economic opportunities," and the school board would change it, right? There would be more German curriculum. But the fact that German is, you know, next to useless is kind of like, okay, who really cares? You know, all the Germans already speak our language, and it's not exactly a great international language. Everybody already speaks our language, so why do we speak their language? You know, just from usage point. So, of course. When I travel to other, first thing I ask is, whether you can speak English? Yeah. I mean, no, you're not gonna ask them whether they could speak like your local language, because the chances of that are practically no. Like, it's more just, it's much more statistically likely. Why is this guy shooting with so many lasers, man? Just guy cook off? Just be like, go away, please? Oh, he's killing me right now. Nah, screw this guy. I'm building energy shields. Watch this, watch this. Oh yeah, what are you gonna do now, idiot? You can't do shit. I need a improved munitions plant. That's crazy. That's wild. Okay, whatever. Feds back. All air traffic controllers in all countries speak English. I thought the Russians wouldn't speak Russian. Or did they change that after the Soviet Union fell? I remember that was a thing. At some point. I learned English by recalling your past lives. Damn, you have that ability? What was it like living in 18th century Victorian England? Was it really as bad as they say it was? Because I don't know. Whenever I see like somebody like styling the Victorian garb, I'm just like, that kind of looks based. You know, you got the coal mine man going here. That was the peak of the British Empire, the good times. Good thing that Americans don't understand us guys. We dodged a bullet with that one. We don't need no fancy secret sign language to be undercover. That's true. That's true. It is really fun walking around in like the U.S. with like a German and being like, you know, being able to like gossip about other people straight to their faces, and then them not being able to understand shit because they're an American. They don't speak it. They're guaranteed not to speak any other language. And it's always fun to mess with Germans like that. Just pretend I can't speak German because I have an American accent. It's pretty good. They just assume I can't speak their language and don't understand what they're saying. And then I do. And then they're surprised, and it's pretty good. Anyways. You can't type? You can't write except in English. What do you mean? You cannot write in your local language? You're telling me you can't type in the language you were born with, your native language. I find that a little bit hard to believe, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'd be kind of shocked if that was the case. ATC is in Russian, international not? What is ATC? I don't know what ATC is. You're gonna have to educate me here, because I've never heard of that before. Damn, these non-instant doors just suck. Rocket just completely owned my teammate. Actually, on a map like this, Rocket's actually playable. But, you know, that'll be also be kind of wild. Oh shit. You know, I can't write in English, but you're writing in English right now. Are you just using Google Translate? You're saying you can speak, but you can't write. I feel like that's a kind of understanding thing to happen. Especially if you're like not using the English like the same alphabet as English, it'd be kind of like, you know, kind of cool to try and learn a whole new alphabet and then also a whole new language on top of that. Like I imagine that would be pretty difficult. In a totalitarian. In a totality. Because like learning a new language, like learning German has been hard enough, but I like at least know what like C sounds like mostly, right? Like I already know that. In case you don't know, you're just kind of like, oh, I want to see the super miniguns fire. Me too. And it's gonna take a little bit to build. And this guy's going full like snipers and stuff. Oh, very nice of him. Maybe I should unexpose my weapons. Alright. I don't have Google Translate, I have a keyboard translator. Well, how does that work? So you just type something in your native language, automatically goes into English? Is that how that works? It'd be kind of OP if so. It seems like something like meta AI would talk about. You're like whatever you type into your keyboard automatically translates into the other language, and we spent $300 billion on this. I'd be like, oh, that sounds like an average Zuckerberg expenditure, and then they go buy another app that just blows up. Like that's literally just what Facebook was kind of based, but after that, like I don't know, I feel like Zuckerberg literally just bought other companies that kind of worked out. Like Instagram, WhatsApp, like all of the successes out of this guy has just been like, oh, I buy other company. It's just like, well, what did you do? I bought them, you know. And then I guess that they integrated with them with Facebook, which then made them more usable. But you know, it's just kind of, I don't know if Zuck is putting in the work. I don't know if he's deserving of the $17 billion salary that he has. Sometimes, I don't know, I feel like he should get paid a little bit less, maybe. In front of Daddy Does? Yeah, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you, that is the dumbest thing ever. Like, you literally don't even need to know it, though. Like, I learned roughly, like, I roughly know, I don't know any of the connotations. Like, I just say the words, and everybody's just like, yep, ATC air traffic controller, okay, thank you. I just say the words, and then everybody's like, yeah, that just, it doesn't really matter. Nobody even comments on it, really. Like when you mess up like something grammatically or something, people comment on. But if you mess up like Daddy Does, like, oh, nobody's gonna say, oh, that's actually the masculine form. You're stupid. I'm just like, what? No, literally nobody gives a shit. Everybody's just like, yeah, whatever. Understandable. A lot of the Germans don't even know it, so like, when the native speakers messed it up, that's when you know it's cooked. Like, messed up regularly, which they do. I need to get something explosive so I can kill the energy shields. Get a cannon, maybe. We gave up on you? You gave up on me? What do you mean? They translated it into the enemy language. I did almost say that. You were absolutely right about that. That's what my brain was saying. You got me. You got me. The enemy. look. I just love the U.S. so much. Whenever I hear a non-English language, I know that, you know, there's something up going on there. You know, you're trying to ruin our country by coming in here and starting crime. Like it's just all that. I just know it in my heart. I'm just like, I gotta be careful around this guy. I don't know what he's got up his sleeve. These guys often carry around like non-lethal weapons with them because they're not allowed to carry around lethal weapons with them. And that's scary. Who knows what's going on with those non-lethal weapons? They're very nice. That guy dead? He is not dead. Wow. He is dead. Cool. Hello there. I have identified a person without a energy shield on bottom here. Oh, it was a mistake. You're dead now. To correct you about the Daddy Does? What do you mean? Oh, you just gave up on me? No, I mean, like, no, the Germans I was also with, like, when I was lived there, they didn't try and correct me either. I think one of them asked me once whether they wanted me to, or whether they wanted for them to correct me to improve my German, and I was like, nah. Sounds like a lot of work. I'm here because I didn't really want to go to school for 6 months in the US. This was a good excuse. And, well, you know, it worked out pretty well. What can I say? I'm getting shot by my teammate, not even the opponent. That's crazy. Some Americans don't like tourists, but so do a lot of countries. Yeah, their tourists are a little bit of a controversial topic. I think tourists are pretty cool. But they're not just like, you know, there's so many of them that, you know, businesses stop catering to me and start catering to the tourists. I guess there's enough of them where they don't really impact things. They're just like, okay, this is a cool source of revenue. But when the economy starts like getting formed around them, then I'm just like, this is kind of sus. I don't know how big of a fan I am about this. What do you mean you're trying to... You have things in a different language? They're supposed to be for me, not for them. That didn't kill. Damn. Cannon finish? Cannon finish. Oh, what? The energy shield turned on just in time. No. I'm gonna sleep to the sound of your voice and your beautiful voice. People do tell me I have a calming voice. But I don't know if that's a true statement, though. I feel like people are just trying to be nice. Trying to find something to compliment me on, butter me up a little bit. A little bit weird. You can tell somebody if somebody is an American tourist in Europe. Oh yeah, it is very easy to tell. Mainly because they all just speak English with each other. And an American accent. That's really the clearest thing. But no, there's been times where I'm talking German to my friends and then people can't exactly place my accent. And then they start speaking to me in German. I'm like, I don't know how to order German. You're asking me all these weird questions I don't know how to answer. This is outside of the normal scope that I usually talk to other people in German, and I'm confused. Can you switch to English for me, please? And then I'm usually embarrassed because I have to ask the waiter to switch to English, and then I just feel terrible. But no, that works. And then all my family is speaking German with. No, it's because all my family speaks German, and so whenever we go somewhere, they speak to all my family, and then they get to me, they ask me a question in German. I'm just like, I got nothing, man. I don't speak the language, only my family members. Oh, it's not great. It's not great. People have said I sound like Technoblade. People have been saying that since the start. A fever dream? I'm not doing fever dream, okay? Now, what mod did I say I was to do? Indefinite upgrades, right? You know, indefinite upgrades is like 300 megabytes large. Because it's not like there's a script to create each new weapon. There's just 50 weapons in there. And so they have to compile them all. And so it just takes forever. Better armor, yeah. Oh, this guy's gonna download take like 3 years. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get some more issues. Actually downloaded pretty fast. Cool. What map are we playing though? But like Dream? You're saying I sound like Dream? I feel like I'm not yelling enough for Dream. Like, to be honest, Dream, like, whenever something cool happens, he's like, oh my god! Oh! You know, whenever he hits a parkour. Like, I don't think I exactly do that whenever I blow somebody up. I'm like, yeah, that's a lot of damage. Or maybe I laugh at them. But yelling is not something that, crosses my mind a lot. Oh, that's true. I have to get definitely upgradable devices as well. This guy is correct. Where is it? There it is. And what map do I play? What's a good map for this? I don't have a lot. There's probably a lot of modern maps that I just never... I've downloaded that I just don't know exist. Fuck. Okay, I guess we're playing out 44 Iceball XL. Only in your voice. Oh, you're saying the sound of my voice resembles him, not the mannerisms with that voice. Okay, that makes sense. Chips bag empty? Huh. Fresh bag of chips. Oh, and I still have the one on the sink. Chips. This map equals 2-hour long game, not with indefinite upgrades. You are very silly if you think indefinite upgrades takes a long time. Generally, people just get a super upgraded cannon and then the splash damage kills your entire base. Cloud Subnautica. Bro, I don't. Subnautica actually makes me discomforted. I'm gonna be honest with you. Subnautica's not it. Whenever I play it, I'm just like, this is kind of scary. Damn, somebody just tried to sell me viewers on Twitch? Shit, bro, I have to click this guy's link. On a first-time chat. Can I ban that guy? How does Twitch even work? How do I ban somebody on Twitch? Do I even have the option? Click to reply. That doesn't look like I can I delete the message? No. Okay, whatever. Somebody's trying to sell me viewers. Play horror games though. Subnautica is more than just a horror game. Subnautica is like a cool like sci-fi game, but like it is also very scary. Architect for insane upgrade speed. Architect doesn't buff upgrade speed, only build speed. Those are two different values. That you can ban. Oh, I'm not stupid or something, right? Where am I supposed to right click here? I'm not seeing this. Like, I can't be the stupid one here because all the it ain't doing anything. All that there's a reply and pin message. Is there some sort of moderator section? You see what I mean? Like, it's not there. His name? Oh, you're absolutely okay. No, this is right. Okay, so if I okay, ban this guy live. There we go. Oh yeah, he's gone. Pretty good. Pretty good. All of the chips, yeah. This guy is not loading at all. So, chips time. Make a super sniper. Yeah, but the people here are actually good at the game. Like, that's the problem. The people in this lobby know how to play the game. If I make a super sniper, they're just gonna shoot me with a cannon. Or a laser. I have to make a cannon or a laser. The chips are real? They are. Go for I'm not going for a sniper. I don't want to lose. Well, maybe it was a public lobby. My stream lobbies are slightly sweaty. All the people who can play the game join. It's not like the random people on the internet that just suck. I can just mess around with. So, it's kind of not great. Anyways. I can't claim the wall. I get lasers just going down here. Maybe I should go on Phantom. Phantom's actually quite good. Architect's also good though. Both quite good. Armadillo is also quite good. Repairing the infinite armor actually takes 3 years. Because it doesn't like increase, like it doesn't scale percentage of HP per repair. It repairs a set amount over time. Which means that once the armor becomes super duper tanky, if it gets hit once with a massive projectile, it will actually never unrepair. You cannot repair your base afterwards. A little bit sus. They're not sweaty, clouds just washed. I mean, I guess. Hey, if you want to have that, you're perfectly... I guess me being washed is actually an accurate statement. My ranks gaming has not been happening recently. I see a stream where you don't eat strips, I will become a furry. What if I just stop streaming then? It's easy. Why don't you take the wall that's right in front of it? You can tell you can't take the wall because of the color of the wall. If it was a darker color, you could take it, but it's not a dark color. It's like too bright. I'm not sure how to describe the differences, but it's not a structure you can take. I can tell. Just trust me, this structure you cannot take. I can tell by the color of the steel. It's very distinct. Like, it would, the insides would be darker if you couldn't take it. If you could take it, but they're not. You can't take the wall anymore. You can on normal ice wall. On normal ice wall, it's, or did they update it? I don't think the guy would have updated the normal ice wall. But on this map, you can't. Or slightly that portion. Can't reach anyway. Oh, you could definitely reach. With ropes? Oh, yeah. I could definitely reach that, but not today. There's a barrel in there. There's not. No, there's okay. There's a map. There's a map maker option. There's team 1. There's team 0, team 1, team 2, and team 3. Team 0 is unclaimed. Or yeah, I think so. Team 1 is team 1. Team 2 is team 2. Team 3 is structures that you can't claim. Does that make sense? So, Team 0 structures you can claim. Team 1 structures is Team 1. You know, that's the players on Team 1. Team 2 are the players on Team 2. And then Team 3 is structures that you can't claim. But, yeah. Yeah, that's essentially how that works. I hope I provided a good enough explanation. Man went to the barber? I haven't gone to the barber in, like, a hot... I actually need to go to the barber. It's starting to get in front of my eyes again, which is the point where it's pissing me off. Can we get AirPod cam, please? What does that mean? You want the camera over here? Fuck. Shit. Gamers, I may have broken down. As you can probably tell. Hold on. I have to reset this. And delete that. Add another video capture. I go back in the corner like there. And like that, like that. There you go. Now you guys have a different perspective of how I look. How's that? Do you guys like the sideways facing camera better? So now if I look at you, you know I'm talking to you. And what I'm looking over here, over here, I'm playing the game. Over here, that makes a lot more sense. Not over there. Not at you guys. Beautiful picture, jawline cam. Yeah, get some of these. The perspective on the camera is confusing me. Cloud jump scare, truly the big one. The Mew cam. This is what Dream needs. He's kind of got that defined jawline. I'm gonna be honest with you. You kind of see it. Dream needs one of these. Imagine his viewership would skyrocket. Wow, but he takes mewing gum. Is mewing gum a real thing, or is that just a meme? I actually have not certified its existence before. I imagine it's like a real thing just for somebody to like just profit off it. It actually doesn't do anything. Kind of based if there was like scientifically proven that makes your jawline stronger. Get all the frat bros on that shit. It'd be so profitable. Charge a markup of like 800%. You'd probably get away with that. Just drop ship it. God, I should start drop shipping just mewing gum. Actually, just free money simulator around here. In a university? Oh yeah. Dream me looking like Cloud? He does. At this angle, I could do it. Though the fact is, Dream was super unconfident with his appearance, and I think that's why he kind of cooked it, right? Because he was there definitely very awkward about how he looked, and you know he could kind of feel the vibe. He wasn't like shooting off very many smiles or anything. He was just kind of more like, oh, this is me, yeah, and I was just like, it doesn't work like that. You gotta get some expression in there, otherwise it doesn't work out as well. And why I watch you from both sides? Don't ask me, I just do. How do you even do that? And look, okay, if you guys may not like Dream, but like you have to respect the guy is good at Minecraft, okay? Like look back in middle school, I watched his speedruns, and goddamn, he's got some skill. He does know how to play the game. I'll give him that. He plays the game much better than me. I can probably barely beat the game at my skill level. So apparently it looks like a young version of Edward. No, Don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, I got that comparison a lot. If I put product in my hair, I actually look a decent amount like him. I can actually do it right now. I can put some product in my hair, and then I could be like, yo, am I the hot vampire guy for you? But the problem is I don't oral farm as hard as Edward does. That's kind of the issue. And I just find it kind of cringe. Like, he's just super quiet. And, you know, I don't understand being attracted to that type of person. Like, somebody who's just super quiet all the time, doesn't actually have any opinions. And I'm just like, boring. Or same thing with girls. Like, girls that are just super quiet all day, I'm just like, hello? Come on, man. Like, I need to see some life here. Edward was just kind of a hunk of meat. Like, come on. Let's be honest here. Anybody has cheated multiple times? Like, Edward or the actor? Oh, you're talking about the speedruns? Oh, you're talking about Dream here. Okay. I thought he was talking about Edward. Sure. But, like, just because he cheated in the speedrun. Like, for instance, let's say for some reason, had the desire to cheat in a forged speedrun. Which is, I don't know why I would have a desire to cheat in a forged speedrun. But let's say I did, right? And then it came out that I cheated in the forged speedrun. Like, would it make it any different from the fact that I'm good at this game? Like, there's nothing to win from winning. Like, you don't gain any, like, points from being the #1 speedrunner spot in the world on Forts. Like, that's not exactly, like, a desirable title that you would cheat for. But, like, it wouldn't make me bad at Forts. I would still be, like, good at Forts. Like, I would still have, like, the top 20 badges and, you know... Like, it's not... He is good at the game. You gotta admit. Just because he cheated a little bit doesn't mean that he has zero skill. There's differences here. Now tell me, will you win? I will try my best. Well, let's see. The enemies are more or less building weapons. Which is kind of scary, but is what it is. Nothing I can do about that. That maybe shoot them, but it's gonna take a bit. The quiet social are usually the most interesting once they are. Yes, but the thing is, it's the hardest to get into a conversation with them. And all the more like how am I supposed to get into a conversation with them? Like, just start talking to them? Then I just don't know if they're enjoying the conversation or not. And I'm just like, are you enjoying this? And they just like, I can't like. The only way I've found to talk to them is either #1, become friends with their friends and go through osmosis. #2, join a hobby group that's in their interest. And which is, yeah. Otherwise, there's no way you're actually getting, like, starting a conversation with them. Or just put it on a group project with them because your teacher told you guys you're working together. That's like the two. That's like the third way. And there hasn't been exactly any group projects since, like, high school, so it hasn't happened yet. It's Ramadan? Oh. Do you know that there's a tank with a battleship cannon? There is? Based. I like it when girls don't yap non-stop. I like it when girls don't yap. You like non-yapping girls. I don't know. I like hearing the tea. That is something I Isn't that what my channel is though? Hold on. You hate watching me? I thought my channel is just yapping, but like. No, I mean, like, I like hearing some tea. I mean, like, if somebody... There's difference between yapping nonstop and shitting on people nonstop. People who just shit on other people nonstop, I'm just like, okay. Maybe I go find somebody else to talk to. I don't mind people who talk nonstop. Like, if they're talking about, like, something intellectual, like, I don't know, psychology or something interesting, I don't mind it. But it is kind of scary when they're like, oh, yeah. And Avery, that bitch, she cut me off yesterday in front of Jared. And I was like, I knew she was doing that. She was making me lose ore in front of Jared. And I was like, she does this every time. And it's also Amanda, and it's also like Julia, and also Summer, and also like they're all just so mean all the time. They're such bad. Like, it's those types of people. Like, yeah, okay, I understand that. But people who just talk about their interests, I don't mind. Whatever. You know, it's kind of just they're just doing them. Like you're a T2, but some girls will just yap the entire you're hanging out in a group. Oh, People who just dominate conversation. Yeah, those people I don't like. People that can't let other people talk are just... Yeah. Like, if they're not talking, they're losing points or something. Like, come on, man. Like, not talking, like, in a group is actually kind of the nicest thing. Because, like, it takes a lot of effort to talk in a group. Like, I want to be honest, it just takes... It requires a lot of time, like, when somebody else is... Especially when I'm new to the group. Like, I don't want to be talking. And if somebody else just takes over, that's pretty good. You know? Then I can just sit back, relax, and listen. Makes it really easy. Sleeping. Pretty fun. Oh, I should start upgrading these guys. I forgot about that. I'm just gonna upgrade these into super turbines and then upgrade them again, even though that doesn't actually give me any upgrades, but whatever, it doesn't matter. Holy Magna Beam offense? Yeah, look, they could be playing Phantom though. You guys aren't ready for... I don't actually know if the upgrade... I don't imagine there's like an upgraded Magna Beam though. That'll be kind of weird. Start getting like the red metal over here. What's the point of that Magna, brother? I don't know. That wisdom has not been bestowed upon me. Oh, this guy's going nukes. Okay, maybe I'll go for some gunners as well. Why some met? Wood is good. Wood is good. Cannons are also good. They're always just effective. Like, I haven't gone to a... Okay, that's an I haven't been... Like, I've actually... The last time I was in a group, it was at the Christian club. And most, like, when people are just respectful, like, when both parties are willing to let the other person go first, that's, like, the best type of conversation. When everybody's just like, oh, you were talking, you go. Like, that is always great. When nobody's trying to, like, become, like, the main person or anything. I always enjoy those. Then those are becoming more and more common. I feel like the older you get, the more common that type of conversation get. Like, I feel like in, like, the lower grades, like middle school, high school and stuff, more people are trying to, like, show dominance or something. So that they're the big man with the big pants. But when you get older, everybody's like, eh. Everybody just... probably never gonna talk to you again anyways, so it doesn't matter. I have nothing to prove because I'll never see the people around me either. So, pretty good. The cool Christian club. Yeah, the people there are really cool. I mean, they're all just... The only people that will actually join an organization for, like, Christianity are the Asians. So, all the people there are just nerds. And, like, sure, there's a part Christianity, but, like, you know, you don't have to be Christian to be in the club. We're always happy to have other people who are interested. And, like, look, if people, like, I don't mind being taught about God. Like, there's also, like, a scientific focus there where they talk about, like, the history of the Bible and stuff. Like, it's not like they're just being like, oh, you're not religious, you're stupid. Like, they're nice. They're not aggressive or anything. Kind of weird if they were, but they're not. So, perfectly happy with them. Oh, I'm completely out of metal. This is crazy. Oh wow, that's one strong cannon down there. Very strong cannon down there. Wow, it's a buzzsaw. Or I'm gonna get a buzzsaw. That is buzzsawable. It's portal. Oh shit. Okay. Well, I'm gonna be dead for a long while here. Not enough wood. Yeah, that was actually kind of a smart idea just to get a cannon going down there. Probably should have got more defenders, but no, it's one very strong cannon. Korean? I mean, they're all just kind of Asian. Like, there's some Chinese people there, some Japanese descendants there. It's not like they're from Asia, they're just Asian descendants. Modded experience, yeah. That's what happens. But that's why this is a high skill stream, you know? He beat me with skill there. There was nothing I could have done. Yeah. No, first time I think I've died first. I think every other time I've died last. We lost. Chips Cam win. on the chips out here. Like, well, this team, I'm pretty sure we're probably still going to win. This guy has a very good base side. This guy's also doing well, but he just doesn't have so much cannon. We'll see, though. Quick Queen's Gambit. Yeah. Easy counterplay here after I've died. You should tell that to somebody who's been checkmated. You're like, why don't you just move Queen to D4, okay? Easiest solution ever. They won't see it coming. This is also kind of an awkward game. Like, all the rules that you can't kill the king is just so weird. Like, why? Why don't you, if somebody's just stupid enough to not see that they're checked, just let them die. Like, come on. They're not very good at chess anyways, then. Like, just let them do it. If they want to move the knight out from in front of their king, let the king get taken. Let it be it. Stop giving people such easy guardrails. A buzzsaw would have been smart. I was going to go for a buzzsaw there, but I didn't react fast enough. I'm ashamed. But average portal moment. Oh, yeah, he's really just going to build down the entire time now. He's the down builder. Because it's an illegal move? Well, it's only illegal because we say it's illegal. We could 100% make it legal tomorrow. Like, we just all agreed that taking the king is legal? Nothing's stopping us. We can just do shit. Do you know that? You could just do that. You could just make shit legal if you agree to it. If we all agree that, you know, taking the king is fine, then it's fine. You could just change the rules. It's not like, you know, eternal rule from God or anything, like a commandment. It's just like human rules. So we agreed on the game. We can change the rules agreed on in the game. You can start adding mods to it. Like, for instance, in atomic chess, you could just take the king. You can kill him. It's a thing you could do. So, you know. Can we make coke legal? Yeah, we can make coke legal. You know, at some point, coke was legal. So, like, yeah, we have the power to do that. We just agreed we don't want coke to be legal. The rules are only as strong as the people who can enforce them. That's kind of funny coming from a slime anime. What is it? Reincarnated as a slime? That's actually kind of fair. The guy who brought order to the... Oh my god, look at that splash damage. Oh, this guy's cooked. Yeah, he did kind of tame all the monsters. That is true. Generally, might does make right at the end of the day. Except might is mostly comprised of, like, guns these days, so it's generally pretty good. It means I don't have to work out all day. They just carry around a gun. They call them Maduro. Is this a Venezuela reference? I think, but the president hasn't been killed. He's just been taken captive. I wonder what Maduro's thinking right now. Where is he? Is he still in his prison cell? In the New York prison cell? I don't actually know. Let's see. Is in U.S. custody at the Metropolitan Detention Center in Brooklyn, New York. Oh god. Wonder what he's thinking, just in his jail cell. He's like, fuck. What did I do wrong? Crazy upgrading later. Yeah, a definite upgrade usually doesn't take that long. Because eventually it'll get to the point where everybody's weapons are so far upgraded that everybody just starts one-shotting each other. And once somebody gets one shot, they lost. So it goes pretty fast. Oh, that's a one long laser. Damn. And he has the same prison as Diddy, and Luigi. I don't know. I don't keep track of the prison sentences of criminals or of deemed criminals. You know. I don't exactly know what crime the Maduro guy committed, but he had a lot of oil and he was selling it to Russia. I think that was the crime. I mean, there was technically like election interference, but like I don't think that's what the administration is prosecuting on. They're more interested in the oil. Like, it's, oh god, it's so silly that there's actually, like, human rights violations and shit going on in Venezuela, and then all the fucking the people in charge talking about the oil. It's just like, there's such a free layup here to justify this horrible thing you did. Because the things he did was horrible and all you can talk about is the oil. Like, come on, man. Like, at least back when George Bush invaded Iraq, he wasn't talking about the oil, he was talking about democracy. Now the people, now they're like, nah, fuck that guy. We don't really care about what he did. They're just there for the oil. But, like, he's just not friendly enough to us. You must be strong. Lag? Was this my fault? Are we dropping frames? We're not dropping frames, so it's not my fault. Also, it is so funny, the whole Americans are not gonna have to pay for the war effort, so that he just borrows money. It's like, the government is so silly. It's just like, oh, well, I don't actually have to pay for the TV. I just bought it because I bought it on a credit card. Oh. Yeah, I guess. Like, as long as I don't have to pay for the bill, it's okay. Make Gen Alpha pay for the war in Iraq. At that point, then it's like, ah, whatever. As long as the bill doesn't come due in my lifetime, it doesn't really matter. They gave up on covering it up. No, I mean, like they were, look at, if they invaded Venezuela or just got rid of Maduro and then put in a democratic government in Venezuela and left, I would have given it a thumbs up. I would have been like, you know what? You just put in a democratic government, left. That's pretty cool. And then you didn't like put any strings attached to it, like with oil or anything. You were just like, you're democratic, that's cool. I would have been like, actually cool, America W. But they didn't do that. They then proceeded to get bogged down there for like, or they didn't get bogged down. They just put in. They didn't really put in a democratic government. They just demanded all the oil and just that was it. They're like, yeah, it doesn't really matter if you're democratic or not. All that matters is that you give us good black gold right here. Tower which is also built with no pay. What do you mean? A certain tower is which also was built with no pay. I don't understand this one. Currently procrastinating college assignments? Me too, bro. You know I have CS homework. that is and math homework. I actually have quite a lot of homework that I'm just not doing right now. Trump Tower? Oh, your English just broke. Hey on. You're gonna go fix it? Well, good for you. Fixing your English is generally a good idea. So you guys light? Yeah, it is light. We're absolutely right about that. Especially because nobody else shows up to the lecture, so then it gets curved like crazy. There's people on the last test got a 35 out of 60 mean, which means that, you know, I may have only gotten a C on the test, but comparatively to everybody else, I'm still gonna get a B in the class. So, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's gonna get curved. It would be GG. Wait, doesn't have enough energy storage? Oh, he has quite a few batteries. Oh, rip that guy. Lasers just don't do the same thing as cannons. I'm telling you, no splash damage is just terrible. It doesn't work out. That's a lot of energy shields. Yeah, it's gonna be energy shield and portal spamming, huh? Oh, rip. Yeah, this guy's about to die. Get nuked next. Do I need to stay clean from negative speech about dictators? Ah. Oh yeah, that's true. And you don't want to open up your phone and find a bunch of memes about any current U.S. political people. Any spy games? What are spy games? Oh, there was a big story in Germany. There was a guy who got pulled away at the border because he had a JD Vance meme on his phone. But the JD Vance meme was so funny. Just making, like, politicians that look silly, like, just exaggerating their flaws is just so good. It's amazing. I feel like there'd be like half the Republican senators would also have the JD Vance meme on their phone because they would see this and they're like, oh my god, I gotta send this to my wife. This shit would make her smile. What is the best potato slice taste modification? I don't know. You know, need to give your usernames and make your profiles public. Anything negative about USA, they deny your visa. I don't think anything negative. I think that's exaggerated. Because, you know, my friends have said some negative things and they've gotten in. Oh, I don't think nobody's really sure hard enough, but yeah. And I also think that nobody really. I feel like also the steam behind that directive is also going down because, like, as the current administration does sillier and sillier things, everybody's like, do we really have to listen to this guy? I don't really want to listen to this guy. GG. No high school gameplay. Oh my god. Do my map. That map that got me the map creator badge. Absolute beauty. What's best potato chip slice taste modification flavor? I like the normal ones. Like, I'm honest, whenever they put some weird shit on the potato chips, it just makes it taste worse. I see him taking a fat nap at some board meeting. I would too, though. Like, if I was at a board meeting, I would 100% take a nap. Especially if they're talking about, like, shit that I have no, like, influence on, right? Like, if I'm just a spectator at a board meeting where I don't even vote or anything, I'm just sitting there, like, and I'm tired from running a country, I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna go to sleep. Like, it's perfect time to catch up on some D's, because I imagine this is not actually, like, gonna change anything. Will you die for the cause of the revolution? Absolutely not. I'm not a guy who would die for something else. It's like, if I died for the cause, I'm dead. I don't get a benefit from it. I get all the costs and zero benefits. That would suck. Yeah, you knew about Greg. Greg is too strong. It's true. Don't Germans really like doing politician characters? They do, but like not all of them. Because I mean, like, you have to become an artist for that. Most of them just live their lives. There's a lot of there's quite a few that do, but it's not like the general population. At least not from what I saw. Most of them were just like going about their day by day like Americans. Because they did not stay at a hotel and stay with friends. That's fascinating. Yeah, but okay. Politicians will just call themselves like, I feel like calling a politician out for being hypocritical is just kind of like a moot point. I'll do it. Like, give me one U.S. president that passed 100 years that made a bunch of promises and then went through with all of them. You cannot give me a single one. Like, you know, Joe Biden said he was gonna like cut their defense budget, and like there was no defense budget cuts. Donald Trump said he was gonna cut the defense budget. He wants a $1.5 trillion defense. Like, every time they always get me with this. We're gonna get dark money out of politics. We're gonna cut the defense budget, and we're gonna increase efficiency. Both sides say all those three things every time, and every time it doesn't happen. It's just fascinating. And then we only have two options. We literally can't, like, you know, just go for a third party. Well, I have to hope that they actually follow through. They just never do. I don't know, bro. US is too big to do that. One. Increase efficiency. But you have to remember the Dow is over 1,000, so it's not actually a problem. You know, at least the stock market's going up. That's what I'm saying. End of the day, all that really matters. Why are we this commander, bro? This commander is so ass on this map. We're also playing indefinite. Why are we this? This commander is so unbelievably terrible. Oh my god. Are you playing like Shockana or something? That would have been the play. Unbelievable. Teammates are throwing. Is what it is though. That's like the average day. Joe Biden, I will not pardon my son, proceeds to pardon his son. Yeah. But I mean, that said, like, what did Hunter Biden do? He had some drugs, right? It's like, well, like, of all the things politicians have done, like, you know, Trump is out here, like, pardoning anybody who pays him money, and then, but when it's like, like, I mean, like, okay, that said, he shouldn't have done it at all, but, yeah. And just both sides are always silly. Nothing you can do about it. But at least Trump is a little bit more entertaining than Joe Biden. Joe Biden, I was just kind of like, you know, I was sad. And with Trump, I am at least entertained and sad. But that's just what it goes. Why do pardons exist? I don't know. So you can give your cool friends a get out of jail free card? Bro is still streaming or lodging a complaint. I'm gonna stop streaming soon though. My dad is gonna come. We're gonna go ice skating at 4, and it is 2:37. I have max 1.5 more hours. But I think I want to take a break and eat soon. I'm a little bit hungry. I got a lot of hunger in my veins. There's a. You guys just ever sit in your chair and try? I feel like that's a good reason why people are, like, why so many gamers are just skinny, is because they're so addicted to playing video games that they just don't want to take the time out of their day to go eat. It's taking a break from a video game, which is not allowed. You know, that shit's just against the rules. You can't take a break from playing video games. That's are you crazy? I feel like there needs to be like some sort of health studied on gamers where it's just like, oh yeah, playing video games actually makes you lose weight. And then like video game popularity, like suddenly everybody's just like, oh my god, it's like Ozempic. But you know, it's not a drug, so it's actually cool. Like there needs to be studies into this, I swear. Like, the video game weight-losing meta is out there, and I feel like people are sleeping on it. Like, there could be so much discovered there. Like, so many people could lose so much weight if they just started getting addicted to video games. I guess getting addicted to crack would be, like, the same thing, right? Because then, like, you're just, like, sleeping all day, or you're just satisfied by the crack, and that's all you can think about. But, like, video games are, like, less harmful than crack, so it's not in the same ballpark, really. Wouldn't be compared to. So, yeah. My opinions on crack and gaming. Big win for the health. And people look at me and they're like, this guy's healthy. Hasn't seen the sun for the past 3 weeks. Very skinny. I get on you get on your treadmill to flex. You're like, okay, well, I guess since I'm watching the guy that's actually just a noodle, you're gonna have to get on the treadmill to, make sure you don't end up like this guy. You're saying that I'm such a. You see the way I've turned out, and you're like, shit. It's like seeing like somebody who's become critically addicted to gambling. You're like, fuck, I can't end up like that guy. So then you become, you know, you never go near a casino ever in your life. Am I that same influence? Well then I'm doing a service to society. I am the bad example. You know, the homeless guy your mom points out, being like, this is why you have to go to college, son. You don't want to end up like this guy on the street. Youth sports is so great. I enjoy social sports. Competitive sports in in high school and middle school, sports are so competitive that it becomes unfun because everybody just like trying to be the best guy on the team, and then, you know, and then they insult you, and they're all mean. All the guys, at least. Maybe that girl sports is probably worse. Man, girls are vicious, especially in, like, a younger girl, like, middle school and high school. Jesus Christ. Like, I would hate to be a girl. Like, they're all doing such... They're always scheming. Like, girls will just... Or guys will just be assholes, but girls will be scheming. And scheming is so much more terrifying than just being an asshole. Because then you know that somebody is not, like, a guy will just be like, hey, fuck you. A girl will be like, okay, I'm gonna set up a trap for Amanda. And it's just like, uh-oh. Like, you know, always somebody's trying to bring you down behind your back. Like, boys will generally be more upfront with it. And less, two-faced. Generally know what's going on. So, at least there's that. So I imagine, like, in girls' sports, they're scheming against each other sometimes. They're just like, yeah, I'm gonna put some protein powder in her drink to make her heavier. Then during sports day, she fucks up and she looks like an idiot. Because she cut me off one time during, you know, middle school. And that's an unforgivable sin. Oh, Amanda, why do you always use these? Amanda's just the first name that pops into my head. I don't know. I feel like that's just like that's the name I associate with people I don't like. There was an Amanda I knew once that I didn't like. And I think now all the Amandas in the world are getting a little bit of a bad rap. But is what it is. Nothing they can do about it. And one Amanda ruined it for the rest of the Amandas. Or people. Missed. The real question is this because I have a shotgun? I'm guessing no. High seas is a different thing. High seas is, I mean, like, yeah, this is a modded stream, not a high seas stream. High seas is technically a based game. I just don't play it very much because it feels like a mod. But it's technically not a mod, and this is the modded stream, so we're not going to play high seas. That's how that works. Oh, they were upgrading those. Okay, yeah, that's good. Actually, I can probably upgrade, oh, wow, those do a lot of damage. Completely deleted that wood strut from existence. Are those just exposed? Those are just exposed. Oh, why can this guy use a sniper? It's unfair. Using a sniper should be considered a terrorist act. Only when the enemies use it. When I'm using it, it's skill. Oh, look at my teammate killed it. Very nice. Yeah, screw your rocket. Oh. Anyway, what happened here? Something exploded. Don't know what. Just started watching recently. I'm thinking about getting Forged. Do you think it's worth it? If you think you would enjoy the game, I would recommend getting it. Have you enjoyed other RTS games? If you have, you probably would enjoy this game. So I know this is a very specific taste. If you enjoy watching this, you would probably enjoy playing it. Though, if you enjoy watching like the non-modded, if you only enjoy watching modded for the big explosions, I don't think you would enjoy this game very much. You'd probably just. What? I'm not exactly sure how that happened. I think it swung on me or something. I don't actually know how I died there. There's a barrel though, so it doesn't matter. But what happened there? Oh, yeah, somebody swung something on me. That's what happened. And that's why this something exploded down here. People were swinging things on me. It all comes together. I finally understand the world and how it works. I don't have to swing things on people. Really? You're really still swinging? Okay. Anyway, the rest of the game, isn't it, huh? All you're gonna do is swing stuff on me and make it lame. Doesn't matter. I don't think I'm gonna be able to hit my barrel, though. So I should be okay. I actually trapped this guy underground. This guy I don't know if this guy has any store. I don't think this guy has any storages here. I think this guy's completely cooked. But either way, I'm gonna trap him underground like that. My grandma does crack. She's not healthy. You should be a doctor. I should be a doctor, actually. Being a doctor, I feel like, is kind of OP. Like, there's a lot of demand for them. They get paid well. Even if you're an ass doctor, people are still going to pay for you because there's a complete shortage of them. That's catchable? True. Fuck! Folio was better at the game. I wouldn't have lost. Not bad, guys. Sorry to disappoint you. Wow, that's a lot of damage right there. Oh, this guy sold off. Looks like... Actually, I'm gonna put turbine production down here. What I'm gonna do. I've literally... He just keeps swinging on all my turbines, so I'm kind of lagging energy. I don't need more storages. I'm just watching and not playing. Yeah, I feel like... I mean, I do that for a lot of games as well. There's a lot of games where I'm enjoying, like, watching somebody else who's good at it. And I'm like, I wouldn't care to learn this game, but... You know, it is nice to see somebody that put their, like, entire life's work into playing this game. And I can see all the skill without having put in all that effort. Why is he not upgrading? I don't have an upgrade center. And also, building new things is generally more resource efficient than upgrading. So I'm gonna... and I have plenty of space to build new things. I don't need to upgrade because... I have more space to build more mines and stuff. Upgrading is not a thing I need to do. Oh, come on. This guy's really determined to just swing everything on me always. Well, how much resources... Like, he's dedicated so much time just dropping stuff on me that I'm like... Imagine how many weapons you're gonna build right now if you just was actually doing something useful. Because, like, killing me is a thing, sure, but, like... I have 0 weapons. Can't even do anything. I feel like I'm not exactly... Shouldn't be the highest priority to kill here, but... You know, that's my opinion. In infinite upgrades? Yeah. I like... And once I get all my mines, sure, but I have plenty of resources. I have plenty of mines. Like, look how many mines I can build here. Like, that's a lot. Hey, let's go, teammate. That shoot at me again. That guy's been shooting at me the whole game. The guy with the cannons. No, he didn't actually shoot at me this time. Probably listening to the stream. I see a Golden Gate Bridge. Oh, you're talking about every time the howitzer falls on me, it creates a little bit of a bridge. Yeah, but yeah, the bridging is going quite pretty well. I'm pretty proud of this base. It's definitely, it's pretty immune to just one howitzer swing. You need multiple to start killing me here. See how the nukes do? Yeah, pretty well actually. They're getting all the way across the map. Finally go for an upgrade center super late into the game. Cloud? That is me. You know, I feel like... I don't know if Cloud was the best username to choose. Like, I just chose it in the heat of the moment. I feel like there would have been better, more optimizable usernames. Like, something with a little bit more syllables. And Cloud is a decently common name on the internet. Like, of all the names on the internet, Cloud is definitely up there as one of the most used. So, I don't know. I feel like there could have been a better username here. List a tool? What is tool? Is that like a musician, or... Rebuild aggressively up to his core so we cannot rebuild defenses? I could. But then imagine that a howitzer falls down right here, disconnects me, then he just takes my base. That's my fear. My fear is that my base could be taken. That's why I'm not doing that. Otherwise, I totally would. Man, we were shocked and I just had barrels. 100%. We're not shocked and I do not have barrels. Which is, you know what? It is what it is. Nothing that can be done about that. Tool is a band. Listen? I'll listen after the stream. He plays a really nice personality with Cloud now, though. That is true. I can make a bunch of Sky references. Imagine how little Sky references I could make if I wasn't Cloud. Aw, shit. Aw, man. I wanted to kill this guy because he killed me, but no luck. Oh, he dropped the howitzer on me. Okay. I'm pretty sure he's just dropping them directly downwards, right? Because he has the space directly above me. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing. Kind of annoying. Oh, dude, these don't bounce? They don't bounce off the metal. Oh, that's a shame. You gotta just get absorbed. You will get wood and you can take it from him. Nah, he's got metal now on the top base. I don't think these buzzsaws can really do anymore. I guess my teammate could actually take it from him. Hold on. Alright, teammate, go! Top teammate! Connect back! Connect to his base! Connect to his base! Connect to take it! Take it! You're... Oh! Oh, he was disconnected for so long there! Oh, whatever. Nothing that can be done about that. I'm sure my teammate gave his best effort. I probably should communicate that in chat. What do you listen to? I pull up Spotify. It's actually a lot of listen to a lot of Polish band right now. I should make sure this. I don't have desktop audio being recorded. This guy, white girl music, and then generally more vibing music after that. Mostly while I'm studying. Get coffee house running. No lyrics, just lo-fi. Lo-fi is pretty good. You have 5 second delay. Yeah, I don't blame you. I knew about that. I should have communicated in chat. Oh, really? Shit. Yeah, I should have caught that. I know. My bad. How many PS5s are there? What are PS5s? Does that mean something else, or is it literally just a console? This map is cool. Thank you, I graded it. I would know. I'm the great connoisseur of this map. Please, teammate, connect back to your old base before the enemy does. Nah, it's good. We lost. They're just gonna drop howitzers on the course now, GG. Alright, that's it. That's game. Top base could drop howitzers on the core now. And we lost. I respect that. It's like Tool. What is Tool? Lo-fi? Or referring to something else? Uh-oh. Didn't mean to fire that. And there goes my base. Yeah, this top guy should end the game here in a second anyways. I haven't gone Tua. What is Tua? I like hating on Tool. I've never heard of Tool this. How could so many people have opinions on something I've never heard of? Unbelievable. The game not over. I'm waiting for the top guy to drop howitzers here. Tool is a band? But I've never heard of anybody talking about it before. Maybe it was like the Rolling Stones or something, maybe, but... Is it like a niche band, or is it popular? Am I just that far under a rock? I've never heard of it before? Well, what's happening here? I'm a little bit confused. One of my teammates. Man, we're out of energy. Great. Lovely. Having no energy. My favorite thing. It's just metal so you don't hear about it? Oh. Very different. Alright. Well, it feels good to end the loss on my map. I am extremely hungry. And... I don't want to take a break, gamers. So... I hope you enjoyed the stream. I enjoyed the stream a lot today. It was mainly yapping, which is good. Now that's what modding's for. I don't actually have to think. It just make the stupid weapon. So